Alrighty, so is everyone here? Roll call, Breeze,
Yeah.
Sylis,
Yeah.
Terry,
Hello.
Egonox,
I'm here.
Larry,
Aye.
Sam, yes, Sullok. Okay, right, so that was the
Happy to
most
be here,
mediocre freaking roll call in the world.
Got it.
Nah, I don't know, it was pretty bad. And let me just rearrange things. Cool. So, last we left off, there was this big old guy here. He was going to eat you guys. So yes,
What is that dragon doing?
okay,
Not a
nobody
dragon.
move. Y'all can't move yet. This is pause time mode. Okay, so just to catch everyone up, you're wandering up to what was it? Ermund? No, not Ermund. Ervudikmund. There you go. You're wandering up
I
towards
want to
there.
know why a Wyvern is anywhere near a little fishing village.
Maybe you'll find out.
Fish
Yeah.
eating Wyvern.
Yeah, guys, God's talking. Everyone, shut up. Right.
Sorry, God.
Yes,
God.
God. That's cool.
Damn it, God.
I accept your apology. None of the others, though. It's as if you would recall.
Oh, joke's on you. I didn't apologize.
Hey, it's almost as if I'm talking. So, if you'll recall, you were all wandering up the path towards Ervudikmund, and on your way, you started smelling this like kind of burnt and almost charred feeling around. There were these huge stones, all like kind of starting to form towards a bit more of a collective circle and like a almost ritualistic point. You can in front of you, you see this arch forming, and as you start walking towards it, you all begin to realize there's this huge beating of wings, and you've started to walk into this nest, well, not nest, this domain of a wyvern. As it starts flapping its wings over the, you can see it peeking over the trees. It doesn't land. It starts coming towards you, and it seems pretty angry. You can hear it's almost like screech coming, directed towards you. It's like looking straight at you guys. And
Out of interest, what are the odds of me taming
This
this?
is going to be a good fight.
Only one way to find out.
The time
One way to find
we
out.
best get to the fishing village before the end of the day. I think that's a good idea.
Right, I'll let you guys each have one witty remark before this thing starts eating you.
Alright, I'm gonna say, well, you guys have fun with that and turn and leave.
Sylis, are you just going to leave, like at this point?
Yes.
Why
Well,
would you do that?
Would the dragon allow me to?
It ain't a dragon, but I mean, you can find out. Maybe other people are just too distracted. You don't know.
Hey, does anybody know, my friend, his name's, Vern. He did something stupid the other day, and all I had to say was, why, Vern?
Yo, it's going to eat you first.
User in your channel was kicked.
Get that crap out of here, boy. Alright. Good lord, that was repulsive. I think you gave me a heart condition.
Try that again, I'm gonna ban you. I'm gonna have to find another team speak.
But why, Steve? No, please!
When I go silent, that's when you have troubles coming.
Or maybe you're trying to think of something.
That too.
Right.
That's why I say troubles.
Let's fight.
Okay, that's fine. So,
That's not
Just another
nice,
day for the survey course.
oh, yeah.
Okay, so if I literally just turn around and walk away, what's gonna happen?
Well, I can't do anything to stop you, but I mean, your party might.
I'm gonna ask Breeze to loose an arrow at the back of your head. Kill the coward.
Take his healing potions, we don't need them.
The done rules.
And we'll feed you to the wyvern afterwards.
Yeah.
I am not
To appease
allowing
them.
deserters. I will not stop them. I think that Sullok is sick, so he might need to sit out of this fight.
Yes. Yes, I'm sick.
No, wait, cough again for me. Just cough again for me.
That was me.
Oh no, it sounds
Okay.
terminal. We might as well end it now. Mr. Wyvern, sir.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm fine.
he's a goner.
No, I'm okay. Yes. No, it's not terminal. No.
You sure?
But I will sit this one out.
We don't mind sorting it out for you.
I'll fix that ASAP. I have some spices for that. Knock you out and,
Oh, what?
flavor you
Really?
up a bit.
Oh, well. Well, there goes that sickness. Oh,
Wow!
Some good old spices, Robinsons. You know, the good shit.
Cocaine. Just
who's Robinson?
tickle it into your eyes.
I've heard of that name before.
Robinson's is his business acquaintance. Right, so
Yes.
what are we doing?
Our food department.
Okay, so Sullok, are you gonna try to sit this out?
I'm just trying to get it as far away from the bastard as possible.
Okay, Sylis, are you sitting this out?
Well, apparently I'm not allowed to according to the party, so...
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
did we even roll for initiative?
I'm trying to see who's actually in this one.
Oh.
Yes, well, I'm in.
I'm so
Deserters
fucking
will not be
honored.
tolerated.
What? Okay. Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
We all rolled. We all got a roll for this mission, so and it was 100, so we have to do it.
Anyone that's gonna stay for combat, roll initiative. That's what I'm gonna say.
I'll roll
Anyone
right now.
who's
Just
going
getting
to
something out
wait,
of
so
the
we're
drawer.
all gonna stay.
Unless you stop Sylis or something from leaving. I mean, if you do stop Sylis from leaving, then yeah, he's gonna roll as well. Nice.
Finally get a good roll.
I know, right?
How many times I've rolled
Win it.
initiative and
Hey,
Got
Steve,
A.
Steve, actually, you know what I realized when I was editing here?
Did
That's
you
a
get it?
15.
Was
That's
it
a
funny?
15,
Oh, for
by the way.
fuck's sake.
Was it
That's a
good timing?
15, not a 14, by the way.
It's rolled by
15.
Graeme, so it doesn't count.
Can you even get a 0? What does that mean? You just don't have a turn.
Oh my word.
Guys,
God.
I think that's our first
hey, wait.
0
Okay.
roll.
I am in it to win it.
Oh god.
Seriously, is that our first
Yes.
0 roll?
I think so,
I think
yeah.
so.
Okay,
I don't
Jason.
remember anything less than a 0.
Yes.
Jason, I'm gonna say because that was so low, you take an extra round to like get ready. Because a critical failure and a minus
No,
one.
That's completely
No.
fair enough.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
That is
okay,
the
fine.
worst roll I have ever seen in D&D.
Literally
Can I
a
take
0.
that- Can I take that round and get ready for that healing thing we spoke about?
You can prepare.
Zero
You can
initiative.
prepare, but you can't do any actions.
Okay, that's
Just
fine.
You can't
Now-
even
Just a
move.
wet potato sitting.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, this thing got plus 5.
It's like the Wyverns coming at us. It's like, just wait, guys. I've got some mad stuff that I'm gonna get ready. We're all running around fighting. He's like,
Holy crap! Jesus.
And then he thinks
Oh,
of
good.
nothing.
Nah.
This is the
Charge
first
and
time
Right.
he
high
saw
attack.
something so big and shat
da
himself.
da 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 da, getting ready to fight. Yeah, da 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 da.
Charge and
Gotta
high
get my
attack.
spices. Da 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 do.
Spices.
It's like we're all running around like, oh my god.
It's just like doing a little jig to himself. I love how I don't even have to change Terry's little number here.
But it was Jason that rolled.
Oh, and Jason just gets kicked from the call until we finish. Byron C.
You just automatically
Sullok,
die.
19.
Oh.
Terry, yeah, you 15, you say.
Mike, are you there?
I am.
You might join us.
He's just oiling up his
Or
muscles.
well, I suppose. No,
I'm
Sam,
gonna
you can't
watch it
listen
later.
to the recording.
Yeah, I'll get it once it's done. Or what is it?
This is all instrumentals.
Egonox. There you, Richie. There you go. 21. Nice. You're actually going first.
You might enjoy Graeme.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay.
This
Right.
is what started getting me into Earthside actually. I heard this and then Earthside popped up next to it and I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. And
Oh,
listened
have
to
you
it.
also... Oh, I suppose it's because you came over that one day and you
Whoa.
showed me an Earthside thing. But I got
Yeah.
like a bunch of recommendations and I was like, these guys are pretty good.
Earthside's pretty good.
Spectacular.
So, D&D.
My favorite
Yeah.
song this
Back
year so
to things that are yes.
Things that count.
Indeed.
So first we have Egonox. Egonox. What are you gonna do?
Ergo.
far. That was actually a pretty good round for us to roll.
Yeah, no, you guys rolled really well, except for
Well,
you know
Except
that
for the
one.
elephant in the room.
Didn't know your mom was here.
Oh, Jesus! Oh,
Take that
Come
back.
back.
Sullok gets set on
User
fire.
was moved out of your channel. User
My mom
joined
too.
your channel.
No, you and Sullok are brothers?
He doesn't know
Okay,
yet.
so
Breeze is
what
a
I'm gonna
man?
do is
All these plot twists.
Oh no! Oh, that. Oh no! The last night when I was. Oh
guys,
no!
it's
Okay,
my
no,
turn.
no more memesies. We are 10 minutes in and we haven't even taken a single step. Some of us have.
I'm gonna move over there. And it's 40.
Yeah.
40?
Yeah.
Flying, I'm guessing.
And then that's my turn.
Or are you sprinting then, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
okay, cool.
tank. Woo!
Right, so you dash over nimbly. Yeah, but he doesn't want to. Doesn't have to go 60. So you nimbly jump over some rocks and all this kind of stuff. You can quickly see that everyone else is still trying to pull out their weapons and all this kind of stuff. You're already on it. You're using a bastard sword, right?
Yeah, two-handed.
Yeah.
Both hands.
So you just have this thing like immediately at the ready. You just charge in, sure-footed as hell, and yeah, you get into position. Next up we have Sullywalk. Sullywalk, what you gonna do?
Yes. I am going to try and peg this dragon in the brain.
Right, is your
70 feet.
Is
70
it-
feet is his range.
yeah?
That's
Actually, I
ridiculous.
can go further. I can go to 120.
Hey? Oh yeah, but you take reduction, hey?
Okay, I'm gonna say
No, I don't.
I'm gonna say whichever part of the token is in that kind of area you can reach. So the corner of this head is in that, like, it's just over here. So I'm gonna say that it does reach that, just so we can, sort things out.
Oh,
Well,
God.
even closer.
Sorry, I just
Move.
adjusted that. I don't know how to get back, but whatever. We'll keep it there.
This dragon has strategy.
Okay. So you can reach it from there. You can just reach its head.
Yes, I can. And because I got those 2 pieces. +4.
+4.
Come on,
Right.
you piece of shit.
In the spur of the moment, you see Egonox charging forward. You rip out your repeater. You line up the
Aha!
you line up the crosshairs like perfectly. Pull the trigger, and you realize that it's been kind of like pulled back for quite a while now, and the string's a little like awkward. So it like pull the trigger and it goes cling, like kind of snaps, but not perfectly, and the bolt kind of goes and flies a bit off to the side and misses its head.
That was a distraction.
Fucking
I'm
sound
trying
effects
to
and all,
distract the
Jesus.
dragon.
Yeah, my dude, I'm
from,
getting real now.
Trying to fight us. It was a distraction. I didn't miss. I did it on purpose. Yes.
Right, Laror. Laror, what you gonna do?
Is this thing flying?
Yes, it is.
It's,
Oh, good.
it's wobbling.
I'm not going to worry about trigonometry, about like calculating the distance it is off the ground and that kind of crap. It's just, it's flying. Assume that it's in the air, and anything that you can reach on the ground, you can reach it there, unless you like trying to immediately attack it from right underneath. If it's flying, then you can't reach it.
Unless you can't fly.
Yeah, you can still throw rocks at it and like annoy it, but if you just want to swing your sword, then you're gonna have to like grab onto it or something. Cool. So that was
There's 30.
Move.
30 foot. Okay, cool. Cool. So is that going to be your turn?
Oh, 35.
Yeah, true.
I just imagine like Larry takes steps like, wait, this is illegal. He takes another step back.
Throw a stone at it.
Do I have to pick up a stone
You have
and throw it?
improvision. You can throw things. As
Improvision.
Improvision.
Yeah, I do.
Improvision.
You just see everything like around you as like things that you can use. Improvision.
Swing your
Improvision.
flame
Everything
up
has
to-
possibilities right here.
It's called quick at
Improvisation.
hand.
There we go. Well done. Well done. Got the word right.
Improvisational weapons.
Throw one of them big rockies at it. Teach him his
Alright.
Yeah,
boss.
pick up one of these things.
Big
Like,
old stone.
I don't know how improvisation works. So you-
Wash its face. And
You're gonna have
Rock,
to do
isn't
this.
It
There we go.
a ogre thing?
Yeah, no, I have. It's a.
it's an ogre thing. You wouldn't understand.
It's a character trait. It's called quick at hand.
Okay.
Okay.
You may use any item as an improvised melee or ranged weapon without penalty.
All right.
Big old stone.
So,
right in
alright.
his face.
yeah,
So
big-
yeah, you're gonna
big-
pick
big
up one
rock.
of those stones right there next to me and chuck it at him.
I assume
Okay.
it's going to be in a strength
It's his pip.
Has anyone
Um,
tried to talk to this
tax-
thing yet?
attack roll.
Who
based
knows
on strength.
Draconic?
Does anyone
Uh,
know Draconic?
I don't know. Would I know Draconic?
You wouldn't know
I can
Draconic.
take Egonox
Wait.
doesn't care.
I've got 4. I think. No, I'm
You're just going to quickly learn it right now.
I'm gonna
Hold
check
up, everyone. I've got a
check-
book. Paging through the dictionary.
I have giant. Can I assume that because he's a large creature, he knows giants?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Roll intelligence.
I
That's
can
a
speak Draconic.
It's
Not
0.
roll intelligence.
Suppose.
D20.
I can speak Draconic because I
Isn't
can
your
speak common and
intelligence
then
negative?
Dwarven because that's
No.
part of my traits, and then
I was so sure your intelligence was negative.
Well, you're wrong.
You can roll intelligence if you want, and I'll let you know what your character thinks.
oh no, because he's an ogre, he already speaks giant. 'Cause
Yeah,
giant
but he's
is
trying to
part
see
of
if
ogre.
the Wyvern speaks giant as well, because it's so big.
I was,
If I look at it,
wait,
I
so
think
you're,
it
not, you're
speaks
gonna do
ogre
this
also.
instead of throwing the rock.
No, I'm really trying to throw the rock. I don't know what to roll.
Bro, it's a strength check.
Strength.
So
But it's ranged.
you're rolling a d20 plus strength.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Because you're chucking the rock at it.
Is that
so
right,
it's the
Graeme?
strength of being able to throw it.
No. So you're using your ranged attack bonus to see if you hit with the rod. Then you're going to roll damage for an improvised weapon, be determined by the GM plus your strength for how hard you threw it.
Okay.
Okay, so the strength is the damage, not range.
And
That's
How
if I hit
fast
him.
it's
And
going,
I'm pretty sure
basically.
that missed.
yeah. So
Your ranged attack bonus
You-
is up?
Yep.
right. So you run up to the rock and you see like this perfectly like rounded. You run up to the Wyvern and just out of the corner of your eye you see this perfectly rounded rock on the floor and you think, "That's good for throwing, boy." And as you pick it up, you find out that it's actually rooted into the floor like these tendrils of old plant matter like curling around. So it's quite hard to like heft out of the ground. And as you toss it, you realize that this was one long tendril on the back of it, and it like catches and then just falls down. And you miss it completely. Like, okay. So the rock,
I
The-
glance at Sullok.
yeah,
Instruction number 2.
the rock pretty much
yes.
gets picked up from here, gets tossed over there, gets caught, and then falls down.
Is there a bit of like smoke or whatever?
Yeah, there'll be a little dust plume.
Can I get a little bit of cover?
And try like hide behind it.
Yeah.
All right,
It's like
so
our haunches.
Sorry.
that
don't
didn't
kill
work. Next we have coward.
Mr.
I mean,
Cyrus.
cowl head.
I don't think cows have fox ears.
I said cowl
He said cowl, if you flip.
because he's wearing a cowl on his head.
Oh, cowl.
But anyway,
I'll take cow.
Cowl. What?
So the dragon's flying, right?
Yep.
yes.
Oh, that noise.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll point at it and click my fingers, casting spontaneous assimilation.
Oh my god.
What's the range on that?
I'll tell you now. Loading the page.
It better not be a
Useless.
fire wyvern.
It's
100
blue.
Feet,
You make
100
it
feet,
stronger.
100 feet plus 10 feet a level.
100 feet. Okay, cool. All right, so you can reach it. What are you?
You can reach
Where
it
are you going to
before
try
you
and
do
like
range
ignite
speed.
it? 'Cause I don't think you'd be able to light this entire thing on fire at once. Where are you trying to like direct the spell at?
The membrane of its wings.
Membrane of its wings. Cool. Any wing in particular, or just wings in general?
Well, if I'm trying to make it so that it can't actually fly, then I'll try and hit it.
This wing is closer to you. So
Yeah.
Spontaneous simulation.
right, so the right
So
wing.
I'll try
There
and
would
hit
be
it
better.
like
Or
there,
whatever.
close to its, like closer to its body, so that I sever the muscles controlling the wing.
Okay. All right. So, how does this work?
It can roll a fortitude save to halve the damage.
Okay, so it hits automatically.
It will
Yeah.
hit automatically, yes.
Okay,
So long as I can see it, it will hit, no
Yeah.
matter what it does.
cool.
So
All right then.
Each round on your turn, the burning target can attempt a new save to extinguish the flames, and then they have to roll a DC to get rid of it. Otherwise, it takes another 1d6 damage every turn.
Good lord.
12
Okay.
damage.
12 damage. And what is the fortitude save that it has to save? That it has to beat?
The fortitude
I'm not
save,
sure what that'll go up against.
that would probably be my. It also prevents a reaction of fire.
Whoa.
Okay, well it passes no
Oh,
matter what.
well.
So it takes 6 fire damage and
Yeah.
doesn't get lit on fire.
Okay. So
No, the DC is in the next turn.
No.
So-
A successful fortitude save reduces this damage by half
prevents
and
it from
prevents the
catching
target
on
from catching on fire.
As you were.
So
I
it
know
does-
my spells.
so it doesn't catch on fire at all, so it doesn't have to roll next turn.
Yeah, it
So-
takes 6 damage.
So Sylis, I'm guessing, do you take off your glove to do this, or
No, I can just click my fingers
so
with
you
the
just do-
glove still
okay,
on.
cool. Right, so in quite a dramatic pose, you take a step forward, go into a bit of a stance, and you like aim your hand at like I don't know how you're gonna do this, like freaking. I don't think you're gonna go finger guns, right there.
No, I just click
So
my
you're just gonna
fingers.
like click it like that.
It
just
points at him.
Yeah, and you see this little spark of energy appear in your hand, and after like a split second, this explosion occurs on the right shoulder of the wyvern, and you can see these like sparks and like flames going all over the place. But it immediately recalls its wing and like carries on flapping, and you can tell that it hasn't caught on fire.
Alright, then
So-
I'm going to use my move action and use the hide like a bitch move in that archway.
All right then. So you said it takes 6 damage, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
in turn.
Cool. And then you dash around the corner like a pansy. Right, Breeze. Get another crit.
I
Like
know,
a
right?
smart individual.
Right.
I believe in you.
I'm going here. Okay.
All right.
So taking partial cover behind there,
Yeah.
and then shooting.
Do you have any
I don't know,
disadvantages from partial cover, or
No, not really. I mean, I'm standing just so that I'm not really covered. It's just there.
okay?
Because
Yeah, so you can, like, just duck behind it if you need to.
direction.
Yeah.
So if I'm gonna stand in this direction of it, because if it
Yeah.
takes
It's
a
not
pass down-
necessarily going in that direction. It came from like there, and it's just flying
Yeah.
in there, and now you can see it's looking at you guys, so it's aiming down.
It's
it's got
gonna
momentum.
turn, so
It's got momentum.
It'll come around like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So if I'm here, I'm covered for the longest period of time
Yeah.
after.
I'm just
That's
letting you
the
know. Yeah.
concept anyway. So yeah, and then gonna shoot at it, aiming for just south of where the wings join the body here.
Yeah.
So just below, but along the trachea,
Trachea. Like.
the throat,
yeah.
the windpipe.
Okay. Cool.
The,
Alright.
the spindly thing between the body and the head.
Just checking.
Okay.
All right. So you're going
Yeah,
for like a throat shot.
Yes, so.
Cool. Right, so dash on over there and then let her rip.
Oh, good.
Right, you
Oh,
let her rip.
That's nice.
So
Seriously.
while everyone else is getting into position, you whip out one of your arrows and you start dashing towards the side there. As you lean against the archway, you pull. That's it. You pull your arrow taut and let it loose, and it nearly hits its mark, but it kind of like pings off the side, like not necessarily pings off the side, but like just shaves the side of its neck, like that.
Oh, good.
So
Looks like
Nothing.
just made it even more mad.
yeah. Well, if we're fair, didn't even really notice. You're insignificant. Right. Next is
Oh.
Big Boy's
Way.
turn. Alright, so Big Boy.
Go for the elves.
No, it's
Go
not.
for
It's
the
Wyvern's
elves.
turn, not mine.
Try and say for in Draconic.
You're
So-
trying to get kicked, aren't you?
That user was moved out of the
Oh
channel.
God.
User
Okay.
Let
joined
me
your
make my
channel.
joke.
Steve is mod abusing.
He is
Right.
so abusive.
So this is all going on pretty much at the same time, like because you guys aren't just waiting for each person to take their turn. You're all like moving at once. So this wyvern is still like moving in this direction, and as soon as it like pretty much reaches this point, this barrage of like hellfire and crap is going at it, and it's getting like quite frantic. It's like looking around, like wondering what the heck's going on, and it sees that the closest person to it is this little guy. So like anyone that's looking at it can tell that it's focusing on Egonox right now. So it takes it's still like traveling with some momentum, so it travels like down this way and lands right yonder, like over here.
Pull out your wings and pretend to be him.
I am your brother. Right, so Egonox, it is going to attack you right now. So I need to have your AC ready. And this is going to what's going to do? It's going to do a bite. Good lord. This is quite hectic.
Somehow I don't think we were actually meant to fight those guys.
You literally rolled 100, so yeah, it's quite hectic.
This is easy. You have me.
Yeah, my AC is 20, so.
Okay. AC is 20. Oh wait, no, crap, that was for damage. Sorry, don't focus on that.
Oh, lol. If a creature has cover, but more than half of the cover bonus is reduced to a +2.
Where is this things?
That's right.
Oh, thank you, Mike.
Good lord.
No problem.
There you go, Sam.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't catch that. I was focusing on numbers.
Mike just told me that if I have partial cover, I get a +2 to AC. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Okay, cool. Awesome. If we backpedal, it still would have done the same thing. Pinged off the neck, essentially.
No, AC.
Yeah, no, I meant AC.
Oh, AC, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Well, in any case, nothing changes yet.
yep.
And a 1 plus bonus to reflex. Okay, cool. So, yes, Egonox, I'm assuming that hits.
He's got 20.
Yeah, well, I've got 18
Yeah.
AC, so.
Right, so this thing lands and it's like, with all its momentum,
Lands.
as it.
He's flying.
Yeah. Yes, it can land. It has legs.
I thought Egonox is flying.
No, the Wyvern.
So the Wyvern is
Egonox
landing.
said that he ran up there.
Then why did he move? Okay, never mind. No, sorry.
He sprinted.
Oh, my bad. I forgot to do that.
Steve, I promise we're keeping track of things. So the Wyvern lands. Okay, we all caught up. And with all its momentum going down, it tries to bite into Egonox. And you can tell, anyone that's watching can tell that it just crunches straight through his shoulder. Like, the stone gives little resistance to this. And it's taking
He's
a
running
decent...
attention.
Well, it crunches through that as well. It's
damn.
freaking... It's tearing into him, essentially.
Boy.
I don't know if I should take that damage that I rolled before or do it again, because that wasn't a misroll. I'll let that be up to you.
Is that what it's meant to be?
Well, that was the damage that I rolled initially, and I rolled the wrong thing. So that was a mistake, but since that is the
Is
right...
it meant to be a 2d6?
Yes.
Then,
Should I just take that?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, you rolled it first. So.
Yeah, okay. It was a mistake, but I'll take it anyway. So, Egonox, this thing bites into you, like, its jaw is freaking huge, like, it pretty much covers, like, right along here, and, the bottom of its jaw reaches down to, like, just below your nipple, where your nipple would be, your stone, pebble, should we say. And it crunches into you, dealing 5 damage, so you can take that off your
How
health.
much health do you have?
35.
I actually really.
Hello, Daniel.
So, Graeme, I just need to check something real quick.
He was a level 3.
Oh god.
Yes.
Monsters have multi-attack, right? Or is that only for certain monsters?
They're big enough, yes.
Because I'm a monster.
Okay, because this thing has a bunch of attacks listed, and I don't know if it can do them each, like, once per turn, or just, like, one...
So if it has additional attacks per turn, it will tell you.
Okay, so as far as I can tell, it does not. Let me just check. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so that's all it can do this round. So it's landed, it's busy biting into Egonox.
Tickled me.
And now it's all ready. Terry, I'm going to say that we miss you because you're still frantically trying to rub some oils and spices on yourself and trying to get everything ready.
What are you talking about? I'm admiring the scenery.
Just like,
This is some
wait, I should do something.
masonry work. God damn! Look at this masonry work. Holy shit!
So since you rolled pretty okay on perception last time, I think. Oh wait, no, you didn't roll. Actually, I can't remember. No, yeah, you were in a dwell. Okay, so you were
masonry work, man.
you were walking along with the party, just thinking about, I don't know, something else. Maybe you're thinking about when next you'd see Meridale or anything like that, if you'd ever see her again. And then out of nowhere, you can't really realize, but then you just suddenly notice that no one's around you. And then you look up and you see this wyvern just biting into Egonox, and you're like, oh god, what is going on? And you're finally ready to do something, but then I'll come next turn. Cool. Back with Egonox, you got a wyvern on you, boy. What you gonna do?
Well,
first of all, I got my bastard sword in my hands already.
I already have.
Yes, you do.
So what I want to do is I want to hit him with a power attack.
Awesome. So you
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Have you done the reduction? Well,
I must roll the 1d20 first. Yeah.
Yeah, can. Never mind. I'll get back to it once I've gotten all information. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, you can roll for attack. I don't know what exactly goes into a power attack because I'm not that good at GMing. But we will figure it out.
It says you can choose to take a -1 penalty on all melee attacks, attack
Or
rolls,
+2
and
damage.
combat maneuvers. Checks to gain a +2 bonus on all melee damage rolls.
Alright.
This damage to bonus is increased by half, 50% if you are
Cool.
making an attack with a two-handed weapon.
Cool. So you can roll for that with the assistance of those frogs in the background.
Okay, but it says this bonus to damage is increased by half, 50%. If you are making an attack with a two-handed weapon, so I'm making an attack with a two-handed
Yeah.
weapon.
So you're holding this bastard sword with both hands.
Yeah, so it says almost or a primary natural weapon that adds 1.5 times your strength modifier. Okay, well let me start with a 1d20 plus 8.
Yeah. Just get that out of the way, and then we can deal with damage. 1d20 plus 8. Nice. Oh god. Oh wait, it's plus 8. Okay, so that does hit then.
What is the
Okay.
AC of your weapon?
Lol.
Yeah. You guys
I'm
don't
not
know.
allowed to know that.
Yeah, you guys don't know. You can only tell what hits and what doesn't.
So you fiddled with it then?
Yeah. You try and meta this up.
No, I'm just figuring it out.
I did tweak the. I did
-1
tweak
for
the.
size.
I did tweak
Okay,
the.
so
the
I hit then.
stuff. Yes, you hit.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, so that means I'm going to get a +2 on damage, yeah?
Mm-hmm. As far
Does
as I know.
being bigger only reduce your AC by 1?
No.
I don't know.
I get on my size. I get reduced by 1.
Depends what size you are.
Say
This
that-
thing would be huge because I'm large.
Yeah, no, but it counts as large.
No, it counts as
according
huge.
to it counts as large according to D20 PFSID.
Okay.
Because it's only
Well,
a
then, yeah,
negative
it's one.
1.
Yeah,
Only a
then
negative
that's
1.
Okay, so what? I do 10 damage.
Remember,
No. We're taking that first one because you rolled twice there.
Did I knew what? No, it's the 1d. That's a 1d. I don't know why the first one rolled. I didn't
To
do
explain how D&D sizes work quickly,
that. My thing is 1d10 plus 6.
a standard human, which like the standard height is 5'8", I think, across all humans.
Yeah.
That's normal. And then to go up or down a size category, you need to be either bigger or smaller than the human average by a factor of 8, I think, or something close to that.
Average is about 16 feet in length on average.
Yeah, Sam, I only rolled once. I don't know.
So it's
why I
about
did that.
double your size, Mark.
Okay. Well,
Only.
just to keep things fair, whatever comes up first on my side, I'm taking as the first roll. So I'm taking it as a 9 plus 6 there, if that's okay.
A 9 plus 6.
It does more damage anyway, so it's good for you.
That's okay by me.
Yeah. So that does 15 damage then.
5 damage from me, and I put back 10 plus.
What?
10 plus 5.
10 plus 5.
No, I'm saying he took 5 damage from me, so I'll hit him.
We're turning it
15
with a-
damage.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought you were like adding something there. Okay. Yeah. So, how are you attacking this thing? Describe it to me, because it's got its jaw on you, and you can see its neck is pretty vulnerable. Its kind of spines around its head are, everything's pretty much vulnerable for you.
Go for the throat.
What I want to do is I want to go for the throat or the neck.
All
I
right.
want to slash my bastard sword down and rip back, because that's what it's made for.
Okay. So while this, I'm just going to kind of move back so you can see this. So while it's like got its jaw over you, you're going to kind of like swing over like this, I'm guessing. If you can see me, I don't know if you can.
Yeah, kind of like that, but with more like a underswing, like swinging towards.
So like
towards the.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Alright. So you get the actual throat of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm aiming for.
Okay. So,
It hurt me, so I'm cross with it.
yeah. Right, so just as easily as it crunched through your chainmail and your stone carapace, you swing up into its neck and grind straight through its scales there. You can tell that the scales are a bit smaller and a bit more like fragile, but it doesn't matter. They just crunch easily, and you slice pretty deeply into its neck here. It's bleeding very profusely, and like you can tell, like it immediately recoils, and like its jaw unlatches a bit, and you can feel it spasm, and it tries to recoil, and you do quite a decent amount of damage there for it.
Because all it was is 2 different.
I'm gonna have to cut this all out.
No, it's just a D10 plus 10.
No, but now he rolled with a +6. It should have been a +8 according to what you said.
Okay.
This is so boring.
Because I didn't calculate that.
Hit the big dragon thing.
Yeah. So he got it wrong on 2 counts, but
Okay.
That's what I said.
Too late now. Yes. Okay. You got it wrong. Cool. Sullok, your turn.
Alright. Well, seeing as I embarrassingly missed the first shot,
Oh,
I'm going to
what a flounder!
Creep along the side here, brush past his fluffy tail.
You're gonna like actually give it a little woo as you go
No,
by.
I'm gonna whack it away. Because it's
I don't think you can
swinging
see his fluffy tail. Isn't it
naturally. I
under
can,
a
look,
cloak?
right there.
No, it's under a cloak.
It's under a cloak. That's the whole point. You don't even know he has a fluffy tail yet.
None of you guys know
I can see it.
Mikitsu.
I can see
Oh.
it. on the-
Breeze does.
Okay,
Move
fine.
your token. Move your token.
Is it spring now?
That's a little effect that I put on the token. It's not actually his fluffy tail. It's a little like smoky thing to show how mysterious he is.
Is it spring or summer in our gameplay?
What's the weather, Sam?
Spring or summer?
The weather.
Or winter or what?
It's
Yeah.
It's a little damp.
yo. I think
What is the climate setting?
I think I wrote this down somewhere. If I remember correctly, it's around autumn, and the current weather is it's clear skies. There's like a few clouds around, but nothing like hectic.
Oh, so Graham's not molting at them at this moment yet.
Melting? Oh, molting.
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 Just this little
Getting
orange
there.
trail behind him. Or black. I don't even know what color he is. I don't see color. I'm not racist.
Alright, so I hop around this corner.
Not
Right.
seeing color is racist, apparently.
And
Get your
I
political
stare
correctness
down
out of
and
here.
I remember I also have that battle axe. as well.
Aha!
Yes.
Oh, our battle axe.
But then my knees go weak, and then I realized that would be a
Nope.
stupid idea, because it's a wyvern.
Mm-hmm.
So I go for my crossbow again and hope for the best.
All right then. So, let her rip.
So,
Woo! Woo! Alrighty. So, like you waddle on over to your little new spot there, saying hi to Sylis on the wheel. Hello. And you perch down onto one knee, and as you do, you feel this thing in your pocket. You pull out the battle axe. You're like, nope, it's not a good idea. Plonk it down. You pull back the cord on your repeater or crank it back. I don't know how it really works. And you can feel it's nice and like fresh and ready to go now. You aim perfectly at the wyvern. Where are you aiming, at the head or?
I'll aim right here, just below the wing.
Right.
If his head is there.
Yeah.
Don't
If
hit
his head is in
Egonox.
the way, then I'll obviously go for the head.
All right. So you're aiming for like the back shoulder, essentially.
Back shoulder, right here.
But not back shoulder.
Right into his wing, into his
Yeah,
arm.
Just like
armpit.
here. Cool. You can't do that because he's landed now, and his kind of wings are like that
It's
almost.
arched up.
So you can like get it right under there. Right. So you aim it up perfectly. Check out the breeze and the wind. Not breeze. You check out the wind and how everything's going. Try weigh it up.
Yes, very nice.
Give
Twiddle my beard.
give it a little twiddle.
His eyebrows.
Wiggle the eyebrows, make a little wave. You give it an extra second just to like see if things are gonna calm down. Pull the trigger, and it just pierces in there. You can roll for damage.
Oh yes, finally.
Feels good, man.
It does feel very nice. Oh, what was it based on? My dex, wasn't it?
I don't know.
That's 2.
I can't keep track of you guys. What?
Yay! 8 damage. Into the armpit, sir.
Cool. So, 8 damage. Wait a second. Math. I nearly gave you a bit bonus there. You ain't getting nothing from me. Right. So you shoot your bolt. It whizzes past Egonox's head, like right next to him, right there. Smashes under the wing, and you can see it just recoils and loses a bit of balance and like collapses a bit.
Oh, no,
So
don't worry, Egonox. I'm watching it.
just as it's released its grip from Egonox's chest, it kind of like collapses onto its one wing and like tries to pull itself up, and you can see it's starting to scramble back a bit now. It's starting to look quite
That's right. Run
quite
away,
frantic now.
Run away.
And Egonox keeps staring at it with a ghoulish.
Right. Next we have Larry. Larry, you're gonna kill this poor thing.
Alright, quick question. Can I run under its wing, or do I have to like, run around it?
I'm gonna say if you want to go under this wing, since Sullok just shot it right now and it's kind of collapsed onto it, I'll have you roll an acrobatics check to see if you can get under it like quickly.
Okay, would maybe have, if it like shot it, would maybe it like leaning on it, maybe can like run over it using an acrobatics roll?
Just go for the
If you want,
right?
yes.
It's just
It'll probably be easier for you actually.
Okay, yeah. I was just thinking because like he's not very good at ducking.
Yeah.
But just if he charges, then yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna try to step on the wing almost and like crush it.
Well, yeah.
Not necessarily crush it, but just like step on it on the way over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And whereabouts are you heading
That's
to?
okay. Let me just get my. I want to just move right there.
All right. So, on your as you see this bolt hit its hit its shoulder, it collapses down like past the kind of where the finger joints are around here. It's pretty much flat on the ground. So you step right on top of it. You can feel like something crunch underneath your foot, and you manage to get around to the back of it. Just as you do, it lifts up its wing again, like almost like in recalling of you standing on it now. But you're there and you are able to make an attack now.
Okay. As it like recoils and lifts its wing up to the side, I'm gonna like swing my chain flail from like over there, like all the way around into the side of its body, like just under its wing.
Yeah.
And that's 10 feet of range. So I'm doing it just basically almost like under where it was shot.
Yeah. So just double whammy, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So roll for an attack. Jesus. Right. So
I think that it's.
you have plenty of time to contemplate your movements, and you are very like set, and you understand it's very precise movements that you're making. You swing around like 270 degrees from there to like friggin' there, all in like a very good motion. As you get under the wing, it's like just at the right height that you can slip under it, and it crashes into the side of the Wyvern's body. You can tell it pierces quite deeply. You can roll for damage. Yo. So there's actually damage then, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Right. Oh god, okay. So, how do you want to kill this thing?
In the ghoulies, right on the cross.
Okay, so like
So it's in...
as I swing.
Yeah.
As I swing, I'm gonna aim for its basically. I'm gonna aim for its rib cages, rib cage, not cages.
Yeah. It's gonna be multiple
and
rib
then-
cages after this.
Yeah. And then basically, as it slams and like embeds itself into the rib cage, I'm gonna yank it down towards myself
Okay.
as hard as I can.
Alright. So as you do that, as I said, it pierces quite deeply into the armored plating of this Wyvern.
Is your weapon just a 20 crit, not a 19 and 20?
It's dead anyway.
It is
wait,
19
what?
and it is 19 and 20.
I'm saying it's dead anyway, so it doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah.
But so it pierces deeply into the rib cage of this Wyvern, and as it does, you can just hear this shriek, like this blood-curdling shriek coming from it, and it collapses onto the ground. And you rip it down, and as you rip down your flail, the sparks on the side of it catch into the rib cage, and it just rips out like a chunk of this Wyvern. Like the ribs actually like pull out of the chest, and you can see some of the the organs of the lungs like fall onto the floor. And as you do this,
can I just say I want to rip its like literal heart out as I see it
Okay.
like
so
spilling out.
yeah. So as you're doing this, you can you rip out the rib cage. You see the one of the lungs spill out. As the lungs spill out, you can tell it it's exasperated, and the screams of it are it die down quite quickly as that happens. But it's still whinging a little bit, dying breaths, friggin', like a smoker trying to find some air. And as the lung falls out, you can see this pulsating, almost purplish color organ writhing inside of its chest. It's frantically beating now. It's at a very high BPM, and you can see it's almost spasming at this point. And you reach in and rip it out, and it's just for a moment you can feel it twitching in your hand until it eventually just goes quiet. And after you've pulled it out, the wyvern dies. There's no movement from it. So,
and when I pull it out, I try and do as little damage to the actual heart. I just try and rip the vessel that it's attached to.
Right. So when you do reach in, it's quite still at the moment. So you can get some time to actually get your hand around there and get a good grip on it to pull it out. So it's fairly undamaged at this point. So it's a good quality wyvern heart. Cool. So that is your first monster encounter. I think I should have made that a bit harder, but it's too late now. So
You didn't expect us to be so tough.
yeah, I know. I thought holy crap, a wyvern, you guys are all just gonna die.
35.
That's why I was
HP.
pretty comfortable running straight out in front there. I knew I was going to be fine.
Cool.
It's
So,
dead! Hooray! Congratulations!
Well done, Larry.
Richie, can I just ask something real quick? Do you bleed? I don't know if you...
Egonox does.
Are you
Egonox
still...
does.
Yeah, okay. So, that bite that it initially took out of you was pretty deep, so you are bleeding pretty profusely at this point. And I'm just going to say at this point, Terry is kind of ready for the fight. He's got all his potions ready. He's like, okay, cool, I'm ready. And as he looks up, the wyvern's dead. So he's like, alright, what do I do now? So if you want Terry, you can heal up Egonox and get all those things looking okay.
Well done, Terry. You did such a great job. If only...
Oh, Terry.
Oh, if only you noticed. If only
Terry.
you noticed.
Terry, look what I have. It shows you the wyvern heart.
You have a wyvern heart? Whoa! What the fuck?
Oh, Larry,
the biggest
I'm
I
quite
can see.
shocked. Well done. That is. I am impressed.
I didn't realize wyvern blood
Also-
actually trailed in that pattern.
Also, Egonox got hurt.
Oh! I see that.
He's so engrossed in this thing that you don't actually notice your friend bleeding out on the
Yeah, I
side.
look at the heart, but I don't notice that there's flipping.
I'm gonna try and steal some of its scales.
I'm gonna steal the scales.
Steal the scales.
If you guys want,
Yeah,
I can
I'm
tell you
running
what's
a-
valuable. Okay, wait, actually,
A heal check.
does anyone?
I'll...
Do you want to find out what's valuable on the wyvern, or what do you want to do?
Yes, I wanna
Well-
try and... I'm gonna immediately go for the axe and try and...
Can you roll me an appraise?
And appraise.
Yeah.
Sure.
Silas,
Oh, bollocks.
Yeah.
Magic Man, do you have a spell that will keep this
12.
heart from
Oh,
decaying?
heal.
Ooh!
Okay.
Not too bad.
Right.
Afraid I
So,
don't. I
uh,
can make it bigger for you if you want.
But then it will just decay faster.
That's what she said.
Oh, come on.
okay. So I'm just gonna narrate what happens to Sullok real quick. So
Let's all form a petition to get Stephen off his own
Useless
channel.
magic.
Sullok as I forget the word, not apprehensive. He's always ready to seize the moment as ever. He just charges in as the wyvern dies, with his axe in hand, ready to cut this thing up, ready to sell it on the market. And Sullok, on your way over, you're trying to recall, okay, what do people want from wyverns? What can I take from this thing? And one of the first things that people really like is the scales of it, because they're just so fantastic, and the way they shine iridescently. A lot of nobles wear that on their armor and stuff. It's a very sought after material. Other things that people really like are the stinger, which you can see on the end of the tail there, and the eyes of a wyvern. Those are the three items that that people really like.
Damn, it had a stinger too.
Well, obviously I dig into the scales and try and retrieve its lovely, scales.
Alright. So, I'm just going to say in the throat, around the throat where it got cut, and around the chest, you can't really salvage much from there. but can you roll me a d30 to see how many scales you get that are in pristine condition? And you like
D30.
yeah. So / roll 1d30.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's bad. Oh.
So going along it, you can see along the back and mainly the top of the neck are where you can get these nice high quality scales from, and you can get them out relatively easy without like just chopping the thing apart. And you manage to get like 18 really nice size scales. Like many of them are the size of your palm, like the size of your palm like that, and it's just pretty decent sized stuff. You know, what you picked up essentially will fetch a good price and will sell easily. So, you know, you could maybe pick up one or two that are like really ragged or something, but those are the good quality scales.
Scratch.
Yeah, so you're busy like hacking this thing up. And there's also the stinger and the eyes if you want that.
I'll roll a strength check to try and chop off the entire thing at the end.
Alright.
Why is one of the lines on the X longer than the other?
7.
I don't know.
That one's 50, and this one is 41 for some reason.
How did you get your
Hold on.
let's be see.
Alright. So, Sullok,
so
unfortunately,
strange.
I'm just taking this as the AC, by the way, because
Because it's at an angle.
you still have to beat its armor to essentially get through it. So, you try and like bring your axe up and you just bring it down with a huge heft, and your shoulder almost like cramps up when you do it because you haven't really stretched it in. And it just kind of clinks off the scales and no effect.
Oh, Larry! Oh, Larry! Larry?
Yes.
Can you chop a tail for me?
You do realize Larry has a flail.
Use the axe.
Here, use my axe.
You have
It would
my
be
axe.
really interesting if someone here had a carving knife, hey. But that isn't my
Shut up, I
problem.
don't need you, elf. Go away. Go away. Go sit on that rock like a
I was
good
talking
elf.
in meta actually, but you know.
To be fair, carving knives would kind of help with the fleshy bits once the scales are removed. We're trying to get through the scales at this point.
I need to get to its AC.
Come on.
So Larry, you
Chop,
can roll a
chop,
strength
Larry.
check.
I'll
Strength
stand
check.
way
Isn't it
back
my,
here.
Attack bonus.
Yeah, actually, if you want to, whatever, I think the attack bonus would work properly, yeah.
Ah, shit.
Oh god. Oh wait, no, that was a d10. Roll again.
Oh, God.
Right. So Larry, you pick up Sullok's little axe, and you can tell it's this weird dwarven axe. It doesn't feel right in your hand
You can do it, Larry.
because Sullok's hand is so small and yours is so large that it just doesn't fit properly. So you're like kind of gripping this thing in an awkward position. You're just like, whatever. And you rip this thing up and you smash it down. And as you do it, like it slips in your hand a bit and it like clings off the tail again. And you're like, this isn't gonna work.
Just roll and chuck it to the side.
No, we need this tail. We need it for money.
Egonox,
chuck it over there.
Breeze, are you taking ours?
Why'd you chuck my axe? And I try and wipe off the
I'm
dirt.
not taking the hours now.
Falls
Okay.
on it.
I want to try and get out. Well,
Why'd
Are
you
you a
do
gonna,
that?
friendly
like-
dwarf?
just sit down and like look at it for a second. Then I'm gonna open the mouth and pull out one of
What?
the canine
What'd you say?
fangs.
Okay.
Asked if you were offended.
Right, so you managed to do that. You can add that to
Well-
your inventory if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna use I'm gonna
Just
use
a
a
little
knife
bit,
just
yes.
to like kind of
Hands you 1 gold.
Cool.
1 gold. Oh, thanks. Yeah. You got
For your
another one.
troubles.
This one's a little bent. Okay. All right then. Put it in my
Okay, so Terry, we're still going to heal me.
okay.
I did the heal roll.
Come on. One more try.
Okay, I'll give you one more try. I'm going to say each character can get 2 tries at this. But if everyone fails, then I'm just going to say it's too tough. Oh! Wait. AC is...
16.
Yes, it is 16. Sorry. Right, so Sullok, with all your heft and all your might, you think, God, there's got to be some money in this. You just heft up your axe, like making sure it's a very fine grip on it. Feel all the strength of your dwarven ancestors. Hello, 1 second.
Microphone muted.
Cool.
Microphone activated.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So you heft up the dwarven axe with all your strength. All of your ancestors' knowledge is pouring into you. Say, "Oh, think of how much money I can get from this." lift it up and you smash it down, and you can feel some resistance, but it manages to clang through, and then you can feel the sharp chip of the rock on the other side of the tail, indicating that you've gotten all the way through the tail.
Huzzah!
So now there's a
I
little
got the
tail there.
stinger, everybody. Guess what? We're going to have salted pork tonight.
Salted pork.
Gonna
Love
dip
that.
that in the pork. Right. So you got that. Are you gonna try go for the eyes as well, or
No.
you're not gonna get the eyes?
Disgusting.
Oh, okay.
And wait.
I think Breeze
Anybody
maybe
got a
wants to.
spoon?
Someone probably would have a spoon just because of like traveling, and like someone's gonna have soup along the way, I guess. Especially
I
since
think
that's what
Terry
it's
would
for.
carry it.
Yeah.
What do you need
Oi.
a spoon for?
Oi,
Gouging.
Use a carving knife.
do you have a spoon?
What do you need it for?
Spooning out of the wyvern's eyes, you know?
Oh, well, I've got a karambit, which would make it probably super simple.
Yeah, but then you may stab the eye.
I'm pretty sure she's an
It's a
expert
reverse.
dwarf.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a reverse carver, but whatever. Because
Yes,
You
but
have
it's
fun.
bladed.
you have fun.
What? What?
I'm gonna go sit down on this rock over there and just sit and observe.
That's right. Pout. Go pout.
I'm not pouting at all. I'm just watching you.
Oh, I'm sure you're not.
I'm not pouncing.
Larry, do you have a spoon?
No, Terry, do you have a spoon?
I do have a spoon, and I hand you my spoon.
Can I have a spoon? Yes.
Clinks there. There we
Oh.
go.
Have
thanks.
you ever tried to cut a nerve with a spoon?
Give him a chance.
Alright.
All right.
Alright.
What do I roll for this?
What can you roll for this? Good lord. Let me just check real quick.
Sleight of hand?
Um,
I think sleight of hand.
maybe. It might be sleight of hand. I just want to see if there's anything else. It's busy loading, sorry.
Acrobatics.
Not acrobatics, no.
I may keep the scales, though.
Would it not be
Go
something
well
along
on
the
the
lines of
coat.
like
It'll
survival?
help with my defense.
Whoa, I'm so lost. What were you saying? Whoever that was? Not Byron?
Might it not be survival or knowledge nature?
I reckon you should
I
roll
don't
a
think it would be.
perform.
I think it would be sleight of hand because this is something that
Okay.
you're trying to be very careful with. Larry lounges on the rock next to Breeze.
That is dexterity.
Oh, fuck. Right. As you go in,
Oh my god.
as you go in for the first arm,
Here we go.
you like try and like get the edge of the spoon around like the eyelid, and as you do, you notice that there's still some nerve movements in there, and the eye just twitches, and as it does, you just poke it and it instantly bursts.
Oh, God.
There's still another art you want to try.
Slow clapping from Breeze.
Breeze from the rock.
I'm ignoring it.
From the rock, and Larry, you can also see this. There's this little dwarf trying to peek into this wyvern's eye, and you can see he freaks out a bit, and then there's just a splat of like goo on his
That's why
chest.
I said I am slow clapping. I'm
Yeah.
legit slow clapping.
I'm slowly covering my forehead with my bowler hat. Put it down over my eyes.
Right.
Okay, let's go for the other one. Bah.
You're gonna just okay.
Right.
Shut up, Elf. I know what I'm doing.
Right. So you wiggle your hands together and you get ready.
Dwarves.
Good lord.
It is quite funny.
I need to pee, I'll be back now.
Ugh. Not
I
quite,
actually
Byron.
like the idea of eye jelly all over you.
Yeah. So, Byron, you still have some goop on you. Like it was a huge eye. Like the eye was probably the size of maybe I don't even know, like 4 or 5 times the size of a human eye. Like it was pretty big. It still looked small in the socket of it, but it's a big eye. So this one you're a little bit more careful with. You're ready to see if this thing's going to twitch or anything. So you manage to get the iron, not the iron. You manage to get the spoon, and as you like moving it around the back, you can feel this nerve, and you start like jabbing and like trying to get this thing out because it's like it's held in like that. And you start like jabbing, and you start getting more and more forceful with it, and eventually you just jab a bit too far, and the spoon like gets stuck in the socket, and the eye bursts. And now there's a spoon stuck in there.
No, I need that spoon. I hope you
the
didn't want your
bursts
spoon
as
back, Terry. I hope you didn't want it back. Because,
So you say the eye bursts on him as well.
No. This one burst inwards into the socket because he was pushing like in like that. A little bit of goop got him, got on him, but not as much as the last one. The last one literally like burst all outward onto him. This one kind of like imploded into the skull.
That's wasting money.
I hope you didn't want your spoon back, Terry.
Did you get it stuck in freaking into the wyvern?
Terry, you can't help but feel a little bit of sentimental attachment to the spoon.
Yeah, I like that spoon.
Get it out.
Round 2.
Can we not? Is there no chance of getting it out?
There's a chance of getting out, but you gotta like rip it out. It's like lodged in the skull
we
now.
could try and crush its skull, I guess. And
Hey,
No,
don't worry
no.
about
travel
it.
around
You're
in the
supposed to
parade
heal
a
me.
bit. Maybe get
Did my heal
maybe a
roll on you
fork.
already?
Yes, fork would do nicely.
Did my heal
What do you
check on
think,
you already?
Egonox? Do you think we should use a fork for the next point in order to get the spoon?
Okay, but yeah, how much heal am I supposed to take there then? What's the story?
I don't know.
What are we-
well, the
what are you trying to heal
spoon's
for?
Inside. It's behind the eye, and well, it kind of closed on me, so I couldn't take the spoon back out. So, you got a fork on you?
He would have a fork on him.
I'm not giving you a fork to try and get the spoon out with. You really lost my favorite spoon.
Your favorite spoon? What
Yes.
was so special about it?
My second favorite spoon is at home.
What's so
There we
special
go.
about the spoon?
What's he gonna eat his soup with now?
It was handed
Yeah.
to him down by grandfather after grandfather.
No, it was crafted from the most solid spices you imagine. Well, no, I'm lying. It's not. It was my grandfather's spoon.
Yes.
Your grandfather's spoon? Does it swing in pendulum? Does it go ding ding at 12? Grandfather's spoon. That's funny. Oh, you're serious. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Sam,
Yes.
what kind of
Wait,
check would
what-
I need to
what-
make to
my spoon?
figure out what the longest bone in the dragon's body is? Or the
What kind of
wyvern?
check? That will be a knowledge something.
That
let me
should
just
be
check real quick.
goddamn easy. Do you want to ask me?
Wait.
Okay, but what am
I'm gonna say that would be a knowledge nature.
You got a dagger? I can
Please,
use a
for the
dagger.
love of all that is good and holy, ask me this.
But Jason,
I'm talking about
Yeah.
a solid bone, so like the spine.
what was the
coming
roll
down.
for your heal?
Yes, I know.
25.
I know what it is in
Okay,
real
so you
life,
just full HP.
and then I will
Rich.
probably be able to figure it out in game as well. When you
It was
consider
out of
knowledge
combat.
nature is 12.
It was an out of combat heal check.
Got a
so-
17 for
So I get a
Yeah.
plus 12 on that.
Well, of course.
Ugh.
Marbles are horrible, always.
Breeze, you can't remember exactly because you haven't fought many wyverns in your time. You remember seeing a few when you were like quite young, but you haven't actually fought any properly. But using your kind of knowledge of the, nature and that kind of stuff, you do realize that draconids generally their longest bone would be in their wings, and judging by this one, it would either be the second or the third limb. So from here, from here, here or here. One of
Okay,
those two.
Is that a solid bone that could stand up to like punishment, or is it pretty brittle?
I'd say
It's
maybe
hollow.
It's
the same
flexible.
as
It's flexible.
could be cartilage.
Yeah, it's not necessarily.
if you're looking for solid, then this. Okay, I don't know. In legitimate knowledge, you'll probably have one there, just where the
Well,
your
most
neck
flying
vertebrae
creatures, all
join
their
there,
bones are not solid.
or their lumbar. No, the spine will be solid.
Okay, what
There's
about
probably a 2-foot lumbar vertebra somewhere over here.
2 foot.
Yeah.
Right.
The vertebrae, if you look on,
That's 60
the vertebrae
centimeters,
are
huh?
exactly this. Yeah, the vertebrae are exactly the same amount in most vertebrates.
Yeah.
It's just extended. Like in giraffes, they have ridiculously long neck vertebrae.
Is that going to be your guess? I'm saying then.
I'd say the longest bone is
That
the jaw.
the vertebra really aren't that long.
It's not
There.
penis.
Like, if you get a bunch of them together, then they can be like this kind of long, flexible thing. But
I know what else is long.
are you-
the
Are you
next
guessing-
longest would actually be one of the leg bones.
for
But
the femur?
yeah, but the thing is, Breeze is advising you on the spine because she rolled a little lower.
I got 17, so I would know. It would be
Okay,
the
yeah,
femur.
you would know that then.
So the femur and the ribs. Alright. I try and extract a femur from it.
Alright, roll me a not sleight of hand. Roll an attack for this. Like you're gonna have to use some bladed weapon for this.
I don't have a bladed weapon.
You can use Sullok's axe if you want, if he lets you at least.
So, like, would you let me use the axe?
Can you wield it
Yeah,
two-handed?
here you go.
You have to wield
Here's
it
the axe.
two-handed. Otherwise, it'll
Yeah.
be too heavy for you to carry.
Don't be delicate though. Take a beating. It's dwarven after all.
Alright, so I'll take a swing at the wyvern to try.
Alright. Give her a
into
wallop.
its leg. Oh,
You don't. It pings off the side and puts a little chip in Sullok's axe this time. Just a tiny one, but it's noticeable.
you say we get 2 tries.
Yeah, 2 tries per person. Oh crap, we didn't do XP. Can we just do double XP at the end of the session if that's cool?
Yeah,
Cool. Not double, but like we work out last
last
Yeah,
session.
cool.
And then...
Right, so this time you think, okay, that didn't work. I need to put some more heft into this. And you wind it back, like you give this a good wind up, and you swing into it, and it crunches into the side there. And now you can get to the bone.
Alright, sweet. So I yank out a dragon femur.
Okay. It's
wyvern
going to be quite hard. It's going to take you some time because it's like deep in there, and you only have 1 cut so far. But you do manage to like eventually like cut more of the flesh apart, and then eventually get the bone out. And it's in a very nice condition because no one hit the legs, so it's a fresh bone.
Sweet, got the wyvern femur bone.
Cool.
Now I just need to know magic on how to manipulate bones. Use it as a javelin.
Good lord, that'll actually be pretty fantastic.
Yeah, I'm playing in the Necromancer in Diablo 3, and you can shoot your shin bones at people.
All right then.
It's fucking great.
But wouldn't it be useless after 2?
So, Sullok,
Yes.
don't forget to share the gold with us, huh?
Why is this?
What gold?
From the scales and from the stinger.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Everyone else
Oh,
can
Larry
clearly
has
see that there's
gold
some
to share.
scales missing, but no. Actually, no. Yeah, people would have seen you take it out, but you can deny it if you want.
Because you
I
wouldn't
would
have
deny
been
it.
able to kill that thing without Larry and I.
Wait, are you trying to guilt trip me? It's not
Next
guilt
time
trip.
we let it eat you.
Yes, but it's dead now, you see. It won't come back unless there's a necromancer around.
Don't forget our gold.
What gold?
Egonox just looks at you.
You look at him
like,
menacingly.
Speaking of, I still have that 103 gold from when we stole it from those bandits.
Really?
Larry also has
yeah.
Can I
a
have
bag
some of
of
that
gold
gold?
to share.
Yeah, I must actually give that out to everybody.
Silas like whistles nonchalantly while hiding a book called Necromancy for Dummies behind his back.
Okay, so then what are we going to do from here?
I don't know.
I'm
Look
frantically
at the
trying to
clouds.
get the next image for that
Catch
area
these,
because
I
I've got it
guess.
stuck on place.
I don't know, maybe get annoyed by that blue-headed, pointy-eared prick over there sitting on the rock.
Blue?
He hasn't looked at you enough. Just kind of. I don't even know.
By the way, Larry hands you
Colorblind.
all. Larry hands all of you guys 4 silver each.
Is that from the bandits?
That was from a bag of gold. I can't remember exactly where I got it.
Bag of silvers?
That was probably from
Oh,
the
yeah.
bandits.
Bag of
I'm
money.
I'll look at you.
Bag of
confused,
cash.
Like, what am I going to do with this?
I literally put
you
it
can
like,
give it to
as,
me
as
if
I
you want.
offered to you. As I offered to you, you stuck out your hand. I just put it down and I like walked away. And
Oh,
didn't really
okay.
give you time to answer.
I'm going to look at it and just kind of like drop it on the floor and walk away. Whatever.
Yoink!
Right. Sorry, I'm frantically googling at the same time trying to like get this thing because I freaking photoshopped this thing for you guys, and I'm an idiot.
Hurry up! I'm joking.
So you guys from there, are you guys going to move onwards? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so unfortunately I can't get this in time, so I'll have to give it to you. I could probably even give it to you tomorrow because I have it at work, but I don't have it here. But essentially, I'm going to move you all to the world map. Yoink. Oh god, come on. World map. Wait. World map. World map.
Well, man.
World map.
Okay, so just to be clear on this, my attack is then 1d10 plus 10.
Yeah.
Isn't that
when
if
you're
you're using a strong attack? Yeah.
Okay, cool.
But then your actual attack roll doesn't take -1, it takes -2.
Okay, I see.
On the d20 that you roll first, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Cool. So, after defeating the Wyvern and extracting some of its vital organs, you leave it there to rot, like the cretin it is in its home. At least it died in its place at its nose. And you continue your adventure down to... Sorry, I'm just going to move your notes. Mund, which you guys can roll me a knowledge local if you want to find out what that name means.
Alright.
Knowledge local.
Yes, for the language. Right, so Sullok knows. Anyone that gets above 12 will know what it means.
Why do I even play this game? It's just, I get nothing.
Good
crit
roll.
and kill
Nothing,
something in one
nothing,
shot.
nothing.
Silas, are you-
nothing.
It's not nothing, I mean, it's still 7. Salas, are you going to roll for this, or are you not even bothering? Do you... Alright.
She was busy.
Too late. He is
I'll
busy
tap.
wandering along, he's idle-minded, he doesn't give a crap. So, I think it's only Sullok that knows what the name of this place is. So, Mund. Sullok has managed to pick up on some of the language, he's more familiar with the locale of the people around here. And he understands that Mund, if he cares to tell this to all of you, is the kind of mount or the mountain that is for priests and monks. That's roughly what it translates into. It's almost this temple location. As you all, do you tell everyone this, or do you keep it to yourself?
Is anybody here religious?
What is this place?
Well, it's religious. That's about it, really. On top of a
Okay.
mountain.
Larry doesn't
It's a
understand.
temple. You know?
Oh.
It's a
a
temple
place for
where they point
religious
to the
people.
sky and then talk about someone that nobody has ever seen before. You know? What's it called? Oh, yes, gods.
Right, so as you tell everyone this, you're all marching onwards. You're heading through some decent, thickness forest. And ahead of you is Breeze, kind of scouting the way. And
What do you see?
I don't know if she will say anything before, but she will see it before anyone else. As the trees in the bush part, you manage to get this glimpse of this not great, but it's like a chest-height stone wall in a large circle around the entire town. This town is comprised of mainly towers, and they make very good use of the vertical space because they don't have much width to work with, because this entire town is encapsulated in some kind of bubble. You can't really tell what it is, but it's got this almost I don't know if any of you are familiar with the term thin film. It's the kind of sheen that you see on bubble, actual soap bubbles. That kind of colorful rainbow, those lines and stuff that you see on the edge of them, and the kind of refraction that happens on those corners. So that's the kind of shape that you see up there. It seems quite dense. There's this smoke swirling inside of it, and it all seems to stop. In front of the stone gate that's ahead of you. Some of the smoke is seeping out, but there seems to be a bit of a hole in the bubble that you can walk through. And in front of this gateway is this monk in quite vibrant yellow clothing and these garbs, and he's holding this long staff with this strange entwining figurehead on the top. He's holding it horizontally, almost as if to block your way.
Hello.
So as you say
Well,
hello.
We're not there yet. It's only Breeze that's there.
Well, no. If Breeze, do you say anything to them before they get there, or do you let them?
No, I'm just gonna stand here, kind of like look
Alright.
at him and try to figure out exactly what's happening right now.
Cool. So as you get there, you kind of stop in your tracks, and then shortly afterwards, the rest of the party catches up. If Sullok says hello, the man, without really moving too much, sorry, I'm just going to move backwards a bit. He's going to hold out the staff sideways like that, and as Sullok says hello, he just raises one hand like that, and carries on standing.
Hello.
Yes. Right, let's go in, shall we?
And he puts up his hand to almost stop you,
What?
and then if everyone's looking, he'll quickly, not quickly, but he'll slowly put his hand to his mouth like this, almost in a shushing motion. And then he'll turn his staff vertically and let you through if you want to.
I think he means we need to be quiet.
And he nods at you.
Right.
Egonox can do that.
I've got great deciphering skills, don't I? Right, let's go.
Right, so who enters the bubble first?
I'll enter first.
Okay. So,
I'll be right behind him.
okay. So, whichever order you enter the bubble in, as soon as you pass this threshold beyond the gate, you feel this thick and like almost not necessarily viscous, but like it just feels like the air has gotten more dense. And you can almost swim through it if you try to, but not quite. As soon as you pass through the barrier, everything goes completely silent. There's absolutely no sound. You can't hear your internal organs going. You can't hear birds, anything like that. Just to give you comparison, before you came in, there were birds and crickets and all that kind of stuff going on. The general sounds of nature. You can even hear the wind. But as soon as you pass through, absolute silence. It's like this very quick transition between this almost eerie, I don't know, zone.
Immediately I try to make a noise.
You find that as soon as you open your mouth, you can try and make the sounds, but nothing comes out. You can't hear yourself. You can't hear the internal kind of vibrations going on in your head. There's still absolutely no sound.
He tells us to be quiet. Why can't we make these noises?
You find that.
What?
Sorry, so like I'm saying, as soon as you talk, you find it a little bit even like disconcerting because like when you try and talk, you expect to hear yourself and like there's nothing happening. Like the first time anyone tries to talk in here, it's going to be a bit of a strange experience for themselves. So like you try and talk to yourself, and as soon as you realize you can't hear yourself, you catch your words a bit. And you're like, what's going on? But you can't say anything, and you can't hear yourself, and it's just this eerie feeling that like it's something that you haven't experienced before. None of you have experienced this before.
Okay, I'll try and clap my hands.
You clap them. The motion is there, and you can feel the vibration of your hands clapping together, but there's absolutely no sound. I don't have a map for this zone, by the way.
start
So sorry.
Swearing.
That's
cursing,
interesting.
Screaming.
You start screaming. Start screaming and stomping.
Stomping.
What up?
So
Egonox looks at
Any-
Sullok and thinks to himself, the man's going crazy in this place.
yeah, everyone that looks at Sullok at this point, he's like writhing on the
Yeah,
floor,
copy.
almost like he's falling over. He's like, what is going on? You can see he's like, it almost looks like he's trying to like grasp for air. So if some of you are like really concerned, it looks like he's choking essentially.
Larry is very lax at this moment. He's loving the silence.
Wait,
He's
okay,
just
so
absorbing it as much as he can.
ever so smug smile starts creeping across Breeze's face.
All right. Also,
I
Sullok,
am
there's
the
absolutely no noise coming.
Yeah, I know.
Have I walked into the bubble or not?
I don't know. You tell me.
Okay, can I do knowledge arcana to see what's up with it
Go for it.
before I touch it?
Well, yeah, it's a big old bubble. I'm sure you would want to know.
All right. So even just by looking at the bubble and seeing the kind of reaction that's going on inside, you can tell this is like an area that has been covered by a silence enchantment. Essentially, what this means is that no spells work, no enchantments work. Anything that is magically working in a person's body, or like anything that they're wearing that's enchanted, nothing will happen. If you try and cast a spell in there, it'll just fizzle. It won't even fizzle. It's just nothing will happen. Any attachment that you have to the arcane is lost once you enter there, but once you leave, after a minute or two, you can readjust and you can cast spells again. It's nothing more than that. You can be sure of that.
Alright, well, I'm not going in there, so.
Alright. So everyone else that's inside, you can see that Sylis is keeping his distance.
I think to myself, oh, look, he's scared again.
I don't think Sullok take this.
Are you going to leave the bubble?
I'm going to leave the bubble.
Alright. As you leave, you've been in there for like maybe a minute or two, and even that was like a bit, it like started shaking you a bit. And when you leave, the sounds of these birds and like everything around you, even the breathing of the monk outside, is so apparent that it almost like overwhelms you all of a sudden. But you quickly get accustomed to it. If you scream, it's gonna throw you into shock a bit because you're so out of it already. Like you got accustomed to it, and then you just jumped out immediately, and like now you're just trying to readjust, and you just scream at yourself. Right. As you do that, you'll quickly become used to it again, and then realize, cool, I'm not actually deaf, and you're okay
now. Would you like to give it a try, Sylis?
Oh, thanks, I'm fine here.
You say lying on the floor.
Very good move.
Dead.
Very good move. Very good move. Terry, what about you?
Isn't Terry
jumped
inside?
out and-
Okay.
No, I was waited outside. I see that you come out and you scream. I'm like, what happened?
Well, basically, when you go inside there, you can't hear anything at all. Nothing. Not even your own breathing.
Alright.
Can't clip. Nothing. Nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Don't ever go
Big-
in there. It's horrible.
Is-
See?
Oh,
That's why you shouldn't trust temples and monks.
all right. Well, I'm going to go see what you mean. I walk inside the
What?
bubble.
No, I wouldn't do it. Don't do it. It's not
Nope, too late.
recommended.
Can't stop me.
Alright, so
Alright.
As-
I warned you.
as Sullok doesn't stop Terry, he enters the bubble, and even to you, even though you know what's coming, you can't really be prepared for this because even when sleeping, there's no silence like this. It's just this strange, it's just otherworldly feeling. And of course, if you try and utter a word, you'll realize that you can't hear yourself, and it's this very disconcerting, strange experience for you.
All right. I feel like I should adjust to it though.
Yeah, you will after a minute or two, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is just a bit of a shock to the system after hearing
Yeah.
stuff your entire life, and then it's just complete silence.
All right. I'll walk sort of forward and go towards where the monk is.
The monk is chilling outside, but there are other monks
Oh.
walking in amongst the towers.
Okay. All right. Just to confirm, who else is in here? It's Sylis is outside, and so is Sullok, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. I follow.
Larry, Egonox, and Freeze.
Yeah, I follow you
Inside.
three.
Alright then. So you managed to follow them, and where are you guys all going? What do you guys want to look for?
I don't even know what we're looking for.
Yeah. Just describe what we see just in front of us.
So in front of you, the first thing that you see is this long cylindrical tower just peeking up to as close to the top of the bubble as it can get. It's got this peaked roof. It looks like the stories of what an old wizard tower would be, like this old red brick, moss just creeping in between area. And, it's a standard architecture. It's nothing super fancy. If you walk around, there's many covered up corridors, like from the top, I don't know, sorry, I'm just trying to, you can see it's like this kind of U-shape, or inverted U-shape, corridors that lead all around area. There are many gardens littered amongst in between the kind of corridors and the towers. But yes, mainly pretty much as far as you can see, sorry. Anywhere that you can see inside the town, where possible, it goes up into a tower. It's not much of the standard architecture that you've seen in Argoshafen, where it's like boxy houses. This is more like turrets and that kind of stuff.
Alright.
So at a glance, you can't really tell the difference between them. Some are larger, some are smaller, but you can see they all kind of get taller and taller towards the center of the bubble as it reaches its kind of peak. And there is one that reaches the top center of the bubble. You can see.
Okay. Why did we come here again?
You're going to Buchach, and this
Yeah,
is just
so
a little
we're
stop.
passing through.
Yeah.
But like, there was the reason we wanted to go inside the city. Like, why
You wanted to grab some supplies. In
Oh,
case.
okay.
So, what are you walking around? What are you trying to find? There are other monks walking around. They obviously aren't trying to talk or anything because it's futile. But do you stop any of them? Do you do anything?
Well, Larry will motion towards Terry. I'm assuming he's still wearing the golden band.
Good idea.
And yeah, I'll motion towards it.
Do you try and put that on then?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's wearing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, but
But Breeze
I'm
is the
just-
other one.
Just like briefly saying like,
No,
the-
Breeze
we
handed
can
it
use
to Larry.
this.
Okay, I remember that.
No, but
No, I don't have
okay.
it.
Yeah.
who had the
Yes,
bangle?
I have both of them. Yes, I have both of them. Sorry, I'd forgotten. Yeah, I sort of gather what you're trying to say, and I'll pass the other one to you.
Are you going to close? No.
What the hell?
That was me exploding my mouth.
Okay,
Steve, you
cool.
there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's just talking to someone else.
Sorry, I was just trying to
Nice.
nurse.
So do you put the other bangle on, Larry?
Yeah, okay, I'll put it on as he hands it to me, and I'll just think we can use this to communicate, and then wait for a response if there is one.
Right. So as you put the bangle on, you give it a few seconds to try and like create the link or whatever, because doing it in the past it's like a few seconds before anything happens, and you try and think we can use this to communicate. And Terry, you don't hear anything. You're like, as soon as you see him put it on, you're like waiting for a response, and you're not too sure if he's just not saying anything or if it's just Larry's kind of empty head that isn't actually thinking anything.
All
So
right.
there's no response.
All right. Then I just think. Can you hear me, Larry?
And you don't. I'm saying
Oh,
Larry
wow.
doesn't. Larry doesn't hear you. It's not you.
Yes,
don't
yes.
think that. You're not allowed to think.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's obviously not working. Then I motion to the bangle, and I just the bracelet. Sorry, bangle. God, my life.
Yeah.
And I just shake my head and just cross my arms to say it's not working.
Yeah, I shake my head and like shrug my shoulders as well,
Yeah.
Okay, so
and hand it back to you.
I'm going to like wave my hands
I'll
and
just put it
try
away.
and get the attention of anyone in there.
Anyone is in like a monk, or anyone is in the party.
In the party.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming I would have turned around to Terry, so
Yeah.
I would see you.
Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to like waggle my fingers as if it's like sparkles. Then motion to the bubble and cut out. So basically I'm trying to use hand signals to say that no magic will work in that bubble.
I mean, I just nod, like I kind of figured that out.
Okay. So you figured that out. So what are you going to do?
The hand
So,
motions to
now
everyone
what,
else.
Solus?
Well, we need to pass through this place, so
Well,
we're waiting for the rest of you so we can go through the other gate.
You don't need to pass through. You came in through the
Oh, I see.
the east side over here, and there was a gate over here, but there are also gates on the west and the north. The east side gate there's no road coming out of it though. It's just kind of like a gate leading up to the wilderness.
Okay, so well, there's not much we can do inside this place.
You think we can go around?
I would
Yeah.
prefer it if we did that.
Yeah, so I'll step out of the bubble, getting a bit tired of not hearing anything.
All right. As you leave,
I'll
you
come
spent
out
a
of
little
it.
bit more time out of this, and the sudden surge of sounds is also quite jarring to you. But you can deal with it. Like it gives you a bit of a like slight headache for like a few, maybe 10 seconds or so. But then you can like kind of suppress it, and deal with it. Anyone that leaves the bubble will deal with that now.
Oh,
Just
what a
clench my teeth and-
load
Yeah.
of
Give me a bit like-
gobs. Right,
I just fly through
we
the
need to
bubble,
go around.
Do you try and fly?
through the door.
Okay.
Yeah, I try and fly.
In your usual motion of trying to like flap your wings, you try and leap off the ground and like give them a huge unfurl and go, but they catch nothing. and you just face plant, and you like sort of roll out the door. Everyone sees.
Quietly. Come rolling out the door.
Yeah.
Did you trap on something on your way out?
No, you can't fly inside there.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
really?
magic will
Oh,
work there.
is that your excuse? Okay, alright.
Because I can't use my magic inside there.
He obviously fell over.
Breeze, are you going to come out, or are
he
you
was
just
clumsy.
enjoying the silence there? The lack of dwarf shouting. Or is he talking to Naz? I think he's talking to this.
Hello?
Oh, are you there?
Let's just forget the elf and carry on. I think that's a great idea.
Steve, I was asking, is Breeze going to stay inside the bubble and enjoy the lack of Sullok, or leave with the rest of the party?
We're all outside already,
Okay.
waiting for you.
I don't know. Are there any markets or anything going on in here?
Do you want to try look around?
Yeah.
That
Alright,
would be a neat trick.
so as everyone is waiting outside, you're kind of looking at Breeze to make a decision. And she looks at you, and she looks at the town, and she walks inside the town.
Alright, let's go.
But didn't we buy provisions for 10 days?
Yeah, you have
10
plenty of
people.
provisions. Yeah. You have enough provisions to get to
He
Bukhar.
doesn't know that. Let's go.
Yeah, and now you have some extra
Come
because
on.
you don't have to worry about Breeze. Okay, so
Everybody's standing here.
are the rest of you gonna
Okay.
head on your way, or are you gonna wait
Yes,
for Breeze?
let's go.
No, just gonna wait right there.
Wait. Don't wait. No. Let's just go. Forget the elf completely. Don't need her.
No, we need to wait for the full party.
But you know what?
What is there in the town?
I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so Sullok, are you going on your way?
I'm on my way.
Alright, so judging by the
That's-
direction that you're heading, Huh?
No, I was gonna say, meet us at the west gate. As
Yes,
it is.
Westgate. Yes, that's west, because it's Westgate. Yes. Haha.
Alright. So you head on your way, and let's get on to what Breeze finds in the town. So Breeze, walking along these kind of corridors, they all seem very similar to each other, so you can't really like discern any unique features from another. And you begin wandering around, you almost get like a bit lost after a bit. You can carry on searching if you want to, and maybe you'll find something, but your other choice right now is that you can try and stop one of the monks or one of the people that live inside this town and try and communicate with them and try and find out what's happening.
Good luck with that.
Okay. I'm gonna like look around a little bit more, kind of where I am, and if I don't really see anything interesting nearby, I'm gonna try and stop one of the people
Alright. So after looking around for a
and
little bit,
converse using like push signs or something like that. So trying to use
Yeah.
your hands to gesture,
okay.
like
Alright.
like where am I? And things
Yeah.
like that.
So after looking around for a little bit, you get a little bit lost, and then you realize you're probably not going to find anything here. This is quite a convoluted layout for the town to be in, and you stop in one of these little gardens that has a this white-leafed tree in the middle with some red flowers in the bottom, like littering this kind of circle. It's got like towers around it and stuff, and you stand there for a little bit. It's a very beautiful sight, and eventually a monk starts walking by. He looks very similar to Terry, actually. He's got this white band around his head. He has some short black hair. He's not as strong as Terry, and he's got this white garb around him. And you eventually try and like kind of wave at him to like get him to stop, and he looks at you. He nods and he walks over to you. And he kind of puts out his hand. Oh, sorry. He puts out his hand like this.
Yeah.
Like kind of motioning, what do you need?
I'm trying to think of a way to gesture these kinds of things.
You could just point at what you want.
I'll pull out like, I don't know, would I have like a fruit in my backpack or something?
You probably would, yeah.
I'll pull it out, point towards it, and then do your symbol of like you're rubbing your fingers together. Like, who's doing that?
Byron.
Sorry, I was just stretching my neck.
That's unhealthy. That was like your spine just clicking into
someone
place.
just dropped, and he's back.
Okay.
It was me,
Cool.
sorry.
Maybe, I'm sorry, gosh. Had to remove you and everything.
But yeah, so like that gesture, the
Yeah.
money finger
yeah.
things, you're like,
Money finger. Freaking
that?
get that blood gang sign going. Can you roll me a perform?
okay. Just, Jesus Christ, I'm so sick of
It
rolling
really won't be hard because you
stupid
did
games.
describe pretty closely what you wanted to do. If you were just going to use hand signs, it would have been a much harder roll. But since you pulled out a fruit, he's gonna know what's going on. Okay, so as soon as you pull out the fruit and you kind of like motion, like I don't know what the sign would be, like freaking live long and prosper.
No,
or
you're
whatever.
literally like rubbing your fingers together, like money.
Oh, like that kind of thing. Like, where can I get the cash? He looks at you and he says, well, he doesn't say anything, but he just kind of like strokes his chin, and he just says, well, sorry. He just motions and shakes his head, and then he holds out his hand for you to like hold it as well. And do you hold his hand?
Okay, I guess.
All right. And he grabs it and he starts leading you down some of the passageways. And the way he takes you isn't somewhere that you would have gone like normally. Like you go halfway down the
told
passage.
not to follow strangers.
Well, it's too bad you're following him now, unless you want to run away.
Carry on.
Okay, so he's going to lead you down some of the passageways, and then like halfway down some of the passageways, there would be this little outcropping which wouldn't really be noticed, and he'd take you down this like much smaller area, into some of the towers, and then like down some of the towers. This very strange path, and eventually you get down to this area which you can feel it's a lot more heat. It's got stone walls and like stone kind of, what would it be, like not tables but like counters essentially, nice and polished, and there's all these like fruits and vegetables and like leaves and herbs, all this kind of stuff laid out very pristinely. And there are quite a few men with like white wraps around their head and white garbs, and they're all like chopping away at the vegetables, and you can tell this is a kitchen.
Okay.
So
Just to check, they're all like human, they're not. Like...
yeah, all human.
Okay.
All right, and he doesn't gesture anything else.
Well,
he just
once
drags me into the kitchen and that's it.
freaking throws you into the room and runs away. No, he takes you into the room and then he eventually like kind of motions like, is this the right place that you're talking about? You can nod or you can.
I'm just. I don't know. What the fuck? This is so stupid.
Hey, shut up!
He's like, are you in the right place? Just nod.
He takes.
I don't know. Is this where you sell? He might have just dragged me into a kitchen. I have no idea if this is the right place or not.
He takes out a pair of handcuffs and then looks at them and then looks at you.
Just flings
Like,
them around.
eh?
It's got a whip. It's like, is this right?
I don't know. Is this a kitchen? And what am I
Would you
looking? Am I
like?
looking at a kitchen?
You're looking at a kitchen, yes.
This is just stupid.
Your choice.
I'm gonna.
Meanwhile, I'm doing the logical thing and going around the outside.
I'm gonna look around.
Stupid. You need communication.
I
And signals.
knew this would be
gonna-
strange.
I'm gonna walk.
Vocal communication would be
I'm
very
gonna
nice.
walk up to one of the guys working. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Grab I don't know. Just grab a random fruit, whatever there is there. Okay.
Mhm.
And then make a gesture as if I'm walking away with it. Like I'll
Yeah,
take
like,
it
Can I?
in my hand, and then like can I?
Yeah.
What, like,
Is this
bend,
okay?
bend your leg and then raise your arm thing.
Like freaking run.
Like, am I
Can-
going to
can
run
I-
away with this?
Can I go?
So
like I'm gesturing away with.
yeah, no, he understands and he looks at you and he nods and he says, "You can go
What?
if you want."
Free fruit.
triggered. All of a sudden, Sullok there, like next to me, like, oh, hello.
Sullok senses the bargain. Dives straight through the stone wall.
Oh, hello. Except we don't hear it.
Hmm.
Lorry B.
I'm doing my job. I'm making you annoyed with me.
Okay. I'm gonna like, you know, you like have scales, so like hold it your two hands and you kind of
Yeah, like trying to weigh it up.
and then I'll pick up one and then I pick up another one, like
Yeah.
you know, trying to gesture how many, how
So-
many am I allowed to take?
As he sees that you're taking like a few, he kind of puts up his hand to stop you, and then he walks over to one of his friends, pats him on the shoulder, looks at him, and he does these very strange like figures with his hands, and then eventually his friend nods, and he walks over to the table, and you can see on the table there are quite a few of these white square pieces of cloth laid out with a bunch of fruit on them, and he takes two corners of one of them, ties them up together, ties a little knot in it, and he hands you the sack of fruit.
Okay.
So I'm guessing you
I'm
take that.
gonna.
Let's hope it has
I'll
plums.
take it. Put it down behind me. Turn back in front of him. Put my hands on my side and do like a full-on bow at my waist.
All right.
Turn around, pick up the fruits and leave.
As you bow, he will do like
Fine.
a little gracious bow as well.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So, do you head out again? You can
I'm
probably
gonna
find your
walk
way out.
back again.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right then.
Free
Cool.
bag of fruit, motherfuckers. Can you handle it?
Cool. So I'm guessing you exit the east gate then, and then you see everyone waiting there for you. They've been waiting for about maybe half an hour now. So not too long, but you know,
In the meantime, I was just cleaning out my flail.
getting all the
Some
guts off
dragon
it.
gore out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, wyvern gore. So.
Me cleaning
Dragon?
out my bastard
Did you just
sword.
assume my race?
I'll
I
touch you.
was checking.
Fun fact: all the
Oh,
dragons in
fuck you.
Skyrim are actually wyverns.
Yeah,
I know.
It hurt me when I saw that.
the wyvern born.
Yeah.
There's
It doesn't have the
literally
same
a
ring.
mod that changes them to actually be dragons.
Oh.
Just adds
There's
them.
also a mod that
really?
adds
Yeah,
some
so-
extra features.
What does it look like? I'd like to
Steve
see
knows
it.
exactly the one I'm talking about.
Like Thomas the Tank Engine.
I forgot about
great.
that, and I'm so happy that I did, and you ruined it for me.
Spent
so
years
Steve,
trying to cleanse
you
his
come
mind
Put
of
it
the
this way,
dragon.
they make them anatomically correct.
Okay, so Steve,
No,
you
that
come
wasn't
out
the
the
one I
east
was
gate.
talking about.
You come out
You're
the
talking
east
about the one
gate,
that turns
Steve.
into Thomas.
Steve,
Hey
No,
guys.
there's the one that gives them tits.
guys,
I
shut
see.
up. You come out the east gate.
Oh, well, I'm walking out the way I came in, because
Yeah.
I have no
Okay.
idea what this place is like, so I'm just gonna...
Cool. So
Retrace
you'll see him.
footsteps.
Her.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk out with like a bag of fruit over my shoulder.
And as you,
Oh.
I'm going to say as you leave, if you drop there. As you leave, the monk that was standing at the gate, he kind of nods at you and then he motions you to be on your way.
Okay, I do like a half bow to him as well, and then step out.
He just gives you a curt nod again. Right.
What a lovely bunch of people.
What do you guys
I
say?
can see
Also,
why Sullok didn't stab this place.
you will have that kind of like that's very. Yours will be more intense than others, but that like head rush that you get from like hearing all these sounds again. Your brain processes so much more now, but it will fade after like maybe 30 seconds. So
Okay. I legit said that, by the way. Like, I stepped out, and that'll be the first thing I say to everyone.
got to shame the dwarf first thing.
Yep.
Cool. So are you guys going to go and meet Sullok at the west gate?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd say so.
Well, so no one's gonna question the fact that I have an entire bag full of fruit. This is just okay.
Egonox doesn't care for fruit.
It's okay to Larry.
I'm assuming
So
you
you went in,
somehow
so yeah,
figured
I'll
out how
assume-
to crack the riddle with that place, and you just were like, oh, now I have fruit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and
I'm
no
a
one's
fruit,
gonna
I'm
question
good.
The fact that the person who has no money is the one who managed to get away with fruit.
Nope, you're an elf.
A
I
bag,
gave you silver, damn it.
a bag of fruit isn't the most extraordinary thing in the world. I don't think people
okay,
would
fine,
really have
fine,
to question
fine,
everything that happens.
Never
Whoa.
mind, just fuck. You know what? Let's
wait.
move on. It's
Where'd
not
you get the
important.
fruit
Carry
from?
on, move.
Where'd you get the fruit
You
from?
clearly
No.
don't care. Go away.
I do care. I want to hear about where you got the fruit from. Please tell me.
Typical woman.
Silly
Right.
This is my
So-
mother warned me about you.
So, Sullok, you managed to get to the west gate, and it's pretty much the same as the east gate. It's a bit larger now, but there's still one monk in front of it. He's got his horizontal staff going, and he looks at you, and he does the whole motion of like putting his hand to his mouth.
Yes,
And then-
yes.
You just
I
kind of like
don't
wave him off.
care.
Okay. He looks at you and he's like, okay. He shrugs and then he keeps his staff sideways. After maybe like 20 or 30 minutes, the rest of the party eventually comes out of the woods and then. not out
Oh,
of the woods,
fancy
from around
meeting
the
you
corner.
here. In this
Oh,
wide
Sullok.
world we currently travel on.
You do notice that Breeze is now carrying a decent sized white sack on her back, like over her
What
shoulder.
the hell is that?
It's a troll's testicles. What do you think?
I'm ignoring him.
All right.
Alright, fine. Don't answer me, prick. Right.
Silas, can I just check? Did you just like stay AFK in the woods there while everyone left you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna
Playing
just die in the wood by yourself?
Oh,
Phase through the town.
I think we need a stealth check for that
Actually,
one.
wait. I don't want to know the answer. Just, yeah.
Alright, so Silas was with them the whole time. Right, so you find yourself on the road now, and you know that this road, going westward and banking down towards the river, will take you down to the town of Buchach. Or Buchach.
Where are we
Is there a
supposed to be
sign
going?
saying anywhere that where we're going?
Yes, there will be a sign that says. There will be a sign though. A little signpost outside the town. It's kind of the typical long line and the arrow going towards the end. And it's
Welcome to
Yeah.
Buchach.
anyone that it doesn't say welcome yet. It just says Buchach down that way. Anyone that can read will be able to tell them what the
What
name
is our end destination?
What is your guys' destination?
Like, what town are we
Wolf
actually
to see the
attempting to
wizard,
get
the
to
magical
now?
wizard of Türnach.
Just told to go west.
Told to go west. Okay.
I'm aiming for the bergs. If I'm going as far as Trauberg, and then if we don't find anything by then, I'm gonna kind of start going like, well, now what?
Cool. So you're going to take them halfway through the Kriegerberg.
Something about that.
Cool.
Or I'll take them around the Pine
Trauberg.
Grove sort of area over here.
Okay.
And if we get that far and no one's come up with any ideas as of then I'm gonna say like this is about as far as I know.
Alright.
Because
You're going to
I
mug
know
them and
the
leave
whole
them.
area as far west as that, as far south as the Flat Top Mountain and Stuttertot,
Yeah.
and then west to the
Yeah.
sea, and east to the
So,
sea. And
like,
then that's about it. And
this
then north
kind of
to
area.
about.
Okay, well, while they're busy planning their...
But everywhere I know nothing within like 5 blocks of Torgotten.
Yeah.
Because I just try to avoid there.
Yeah. You see this huge town, this huge city there, and you wouldn't have approached. You would have seen Torgotten. It lies on this very vast and expansive plain that drops off onto a sheer cliff on one side. But if you say that you don't want to go there, then I'm going to say that you haven't actually been onto the plain. There's like a border of. It's more than I'm saying. It's more than 5 blocks, but it's like this border of trees that you wouldn't have gone past.
But that big sort of thing that I've never been inside.
Okay, cool. The wall of social anxiety.
I think we specified the before, like I've never been inside like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then nowhere lower than about here sort of thing.
Yeah.
As far towards the sea.
Mm.
Like there kind of lines. But anyway.
What's the role to check out that little book of secrets?
Oh, the book of secrets that you picked up at the bandit camp.
Yep.
Okay, that is the whole thing. So while you're walking along, you can do this if you want. Are you going to hang back and do this, or are you going to do it like while everyone else is around?
No, I'm gonna hang back.
Okay. So, sorry, I need to check this. Do you have the list open? Oh, the note open.
Oh, no, I can't remember where it was.
It's called the Mangled
Mangled
Note. Yeah. Okay, so you have the first line deciphered, I think, if that's correct.
Yes.
Right. So you can roll me a linguistics check to check what the rest of this is.
Knowledge, linguist, just normal linguistics.
Yeah.
No. Bother.
If you get a 12, then you find out the next line. If you get and then you can roll for the next one, and then all that kind of stuff.
Oh boy, I got a 12.
You got a 12. All right,
I got a 12.
I'll reveal the next line to you now. Okay, and then you can roll.
Silence.
Yeah, sorry, I've got it all there. Just need to copy and paste it. If you want, you can roll me another linguistics to see if you pass 15. Then maybe the next one will be released. Not released. Well, pretty much released to you. Revealed. That's what I meant to say.
On.
Hey, nice. All right, so
Okay,
you find
that's
out the
what I
next
was
line.
Next two. Thank you very much.
Yeah. And then the next one, you're going to have to roll me a knowledge arcana and a linguistics, and you're going to have to pass both of these to understand what this last bit is.
Crap. Ooh. 17. Oh, bollocks. But is that for those two lines or?
Yeah, no, sorry, I was just copying and pasting it now. You should be able to see the last two lines now.
What the? What? Alright then. Ooh,
So I'm just going to say, while...
Ooh.
Okay, that was for?
Okay. That was for the Arcana.
Arcana, okay. That passes.
Oh, please.
And the
Please
linguistics.
let it be. Fuck!
Oh my god! Okay, good lord. I'm gonna give you most of this because... Oh god, that was way too close. Okay. This is essentially, you see the image there?
Yes.
Yeah. This is describing what is stamped on the bottom. So, like, what it actually means. I'm just going to write a little bit more here. Okay. So there, you have deciphered the entire note now. So anything that was written on there, you can see clearly now, and you understand exactly what's happening with it. Essentially, what happened was, like, all the soot and that kind of stuff that was gathered in the fire when you picked it up initially has now since either washed away from some rain or has blown away, and it's essentially, you can see the initial ink markings, and they're clear now, like where the quill would actually like indent the page, and it's much more legible now. So you can go through the entire note and you can understand what it says. And the last bit is you understanding what that sigil means and where that single orange point, what it represents.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm guessing you still didn't share this with anyone, right?
Well, I'm kind of glancing at Sylis because maybe he can get a gist of it, but I'm having second thoughts.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep it to myself.
All right.
Again.
Well, congratulations, though. You managed to decipher the whole thing yourself. I mean, like, I was expecting that to be a party thing, like that everyone has to test for, but still, got it.
Fantastic.
Cool. So you can make with that what you want, interpret it how you wish, and stab whoever needs to be stabbed in the back. Wink, wink. That doesn't actually mean anything. I have no idea. But just kill someone. Anyway, so you haven't really paying much attention. You've been hanging behind the party, just following them as they go along. As far as I can tell, no one's really tried to stop you. They've all just been heading along the path. You look like you're kind of buried in your notes, maybe tinkering, maybe creating some new contraption, whatever. And eventually, you approach a bridge which leads you across to the town of Türnach. And I will
Have you seen the bridge?
Yeah. Wait. Which bridge? The Blaubrücke or?
No, sorry, I was Karen.
You would have seen the bridge like coming up.
I was hoping Byron would reply, but he didn't.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, he sees the bridge. Like he's not going to walk into the water.
Where's that confounded bridge?
There we go. That is all.
That is all.
I think I missed a reference there, but frankly,
Yes,
I don't care.
it's a Led Zeppelin. It's a Led Zeppelin.
I
I
see.
pressed the Windows key. No.
No, rip Byron.
No, literally impossible.
Ah, please load.
So I gotta say, I didn't make this map because I'm lazy. But this is a little map of Türnach, the little town there.
Looks like Lutetia.
What?
No, don't worry.
I won't worry.
Fine. You won't. Okay, great. Thanks.
Cool. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yep. Right. So you enter the town. You can see this, sprawling thing ahead of you. There's a guard tower up on the left here that's rested on top of this tiered hill. And other than that, there's not really much notable features around. Houses seem quaint. They're little cottages with thatch roofs. Most of them thatch roofs, at least. Some of them have wood. But the architecture is pretty similar to Argoshafen, minus the stone. Things built here are mainly made of wood, and there's stone bases, but mainly wood walls. If I can cheat and say it's kind of like the buildings in Skyrim.
Wait, I thought the building, like the town, was on the other side of the river. I'm a bit confused.
Go up to the nearest guard. Excuse me, sir, where can I find the bitches?
Sorry, what were you saying, Mark? Confused, it's on the other side of the river.
Yeah, on the world map, isn't the town on the other side of the river?
Yeah, sorry, this is flipped. So,
okay, so
if
the
I'm...
north
Wait,
should actually be the other way
yeah,
around.
I am being stupid.
Hey?
Give me a second.
The north button.
North will be pointing
Like
towards you,
this
yeah.
map is actually...
Yeah, north will be pointing towards
The
you.
map is actually inverted.
So north should be at south.
Oh.
Map.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Like, oh god.
Oh.
Freaking-
Jesus. Earthquake!
It's happening
Fly
again!
now.
Wouldn't it be great if it's just selected the damn thing?
Everybody, out of the universe, now!
Why does it... Oh, sorry, I need to do this real quick.
Ah!
Whoa, Jesus.
Yeah, no, because it doesn't let me select the arrow. It's dumb. Frickin'...
Okay. Is it,
There you go.
does it have
Okay.
to stop moving?
Yes, the world has stopped shaking. You are sober. Okay.
I was drunk before.
You were. Think about it. How did you get here? You can't remember. Anyway.
Oh shit, I'm in a dream. I need to get kicked.
I just crashed into you.
Go jump into the river over there.
Jump into the river. Is that the first thing you do? Do you, take off any of
We're
the...
making a joke about Inception.
Oh, I see.
There's that one as well.
You gotta, knock yourself back in the chair.
You got to get some cultural education on Saturday.
I like Inception.
Yeah,
I
you're
just
missing
haven't-
out on all those media reference.
Oh, yeah, jeez. Can't wait until I can actually follow BuzzFeed's articles. Yay. No. I do watch Inception,
What?
though. No, BuzzFeed is just like the crap that just jumps on any bandwagon they can.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of bad shit about BuzzFeed now.
Don't even bother looking them up. It's cancer. Anyway, so you yeah. What do you guys want to do? Like you're in a town now. Well, you're outside the town.
Well, maybe they will buy the gem, the eyeball gem on my coat. Maybe that.
Just scrape it off.
Wipe it off.
It would have started drying now and getting crusty if you haven't actually scraped it off.
No, I haven't. No.
Okay,
Oblivious to that.
it's like I want to show my hand right now, but that would be gross.
Why?
I bailed so hard the other day, dude. I don't know if you can friggin' see this. It's actually healed up a lot now. Quite surprisingly.
Yeah,
like-
shit happens.
Bad, actually.
I think I don't know. I don't want to say it cut down to the muscle, but like the very red skin. Like most of the skin came off.
Banking accident.
No, I got it on video even. I can send it to you guys if you want.
Edited.
No, I'll put it on the group now if you guys want. But yeah, so it's starting to get crusty on your shirt now.
Oh, he's great.
ASMR
Great
and
anymore.
yodeling, what?
Yes.
I just read what your last... Okay.
Larry wants
Excuse me,
to.
what? How?
Larry wants to sell this heart.
Barry wants to sell the heart.
Yeah, kind of.
Who are you gonna go
the
to?
Party. Is there anyone like around me, like that's just like walking around?
Yeah.
Not many people walking around at the moment. There is one man that you've kind of been following for a little while. He's trailing his donkey in the cart. He's walking alongside it, but he's a little bit ahead of you. So if you want to go like forward and try and get him, then you can do that.
Peasant.
Okay, I'll try and catch up to him.
Oh, peasant.
All right. Do you call him peasant?
No, that was Byron.
Okay. So you manage to catch up to him, and he turns around and he sees you. And as like he hasn't turned around most of this time. Like he looked back once or twice, you could see, but when he turns around now, he can see this like ogre charging at him, and he freaks out and he starts like dashing away.
No, stop! Larry won't hurt you.
That's racist.
He looks over his shoulder and says, "Please leave me." Like what? What do you want?
I just want to talk. Please don't be scared.
That's racist.
Okay. About what? I don't have anything.
It's a trap. Run.
Whoa!
Run.
Your picture just died.
What?
Your picture just died in roll 20. Unless that's just me.
No, that's just you.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Where is the marketplace in the town?
I've only been here a few times, but if you follow the main road, it should take you to this larger center. There's lots of marketplaces, stalls around there. Why?
Do you know
Are you traders?
Do you know if there's an alchemist there? I have this wyvern heart, and I produced this heart, and I showed to him.
Oh wow. Would you want to keep that in a box? Yes, there would be an alchemist. I don't think I've been myself, but I mean, every town has a few dabblers in it. You know that. You could probably ask someone around there. I don't know the place very well. I'm just a trader. I'm here to drop my goods.
Walk into the alchemist
Thank
shop,
you.
see that it's manned by another beautiful woman. And Sylis is like, right, time for round 2.
This is like Meridale Enchanted, like +3. You can't help.
Well, I thank the man, and I'll give him 4 silver when I hear that he's a trader.
4 silver? For talking? Like, I can talk more if you want. I mean, what else will you know?
Well, you how about you keep the 4 silver and stop talking, and I walk away.
Oh, sure. Yes, sir.
Okay,
I need to go get my donkey. Sorry, I need to just pass you. And he kind of gives you a bit of a wide berth, and then like grabs the rein of his donkey and like.
But I
pulls it over
don't
his
see
shoulder.
any woman around here.
What, donkey?
Sullok,
Right
that's
then.
because you're too short. Just walk off towards.
Sullok just like stands there, like he can't help but feel a bit of shock. Oh, every time it hurts. Jason I.
A little bit of a tear
Terry.
is forming around my eye.
I can't move.
Oh my gosh, I can't move.
I must have stood in
this
some
brings-
drying
Sorry.
cement.
Oh, that's Larry. Sorry, Larry. You can move Terry if you want. No, you can't.
Oh damn it! I was about to throw him in the river.
I'll do it for you. La, la, la,
I
la, la.
saved you, Terry. Oh no, there you
I
go.
was gonna put you there.
Right.
Right.
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh,
Um,
swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
Silas, can you move? You should be able to.
I'll check now.
Yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, I can.
Cool.
Look at the color of the roofs of these houses.
So Sam, like, there's no one guarding the bridges. Like, you can just literally walk past.
You'll see that there are some guards stationed there. They're in full plate armor. They look quite
But they're not.
a bit more qualified. They're not going to stop you or anything. They're just standing there with halberds. Like, they're only there to stop someone if they're like running through. It's like a knife, like going to stab someone.
They won't stop a big old ogre.
Yeah,
and
they're
and a
used
stone
to
man
adventurers
with
coming
red
through.
eyes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
they won't even
I'm
like
just
really
gonna-
regard you. They'll just kind of-
Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna walk straight into the center of town.
Cool.
I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know if the rest of the party follows me or whatever.
Yeah.
I am
Okay, so
pursuing. I'm following you, by the way.
okay.
But
So yeah. So the first stall that I see someone selling or anything, I'll walk up to them and ask them for direction to the Alchemist.
Right, so the first person that you see is this big old butcher guy. He's got like this huge blood-stained apron on. He's got like a beer bottle of notes, a dark brown beard, all curly and like ragged. His eyes have got like huge bags under them, but he's got this very clean like chef hat on and a giant cleaver. And he sits there chopping his meat and he looks at you and he says, "Hey, how you doing? You want some?
That is good.
I'll give you a fresh sample." He chops off a bit and he gives it to you and he says, "This one for free. The next one you gotta pay. What do you say?"
All right, I'll take it.
Alright. And you take this thing,
Thanks
it's
very
this raw piece of meat, it's got a nice thick piece of fat on it. And you just try and bite into it.
Is it cooked?
No, it's raw.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that to cook it. Larry likes
Okay.
to cook meat.
So do you like put it in your pocket or what?
I've got a bit of cloth. I'll just fold it up and
Okay.
put it in one of the.
And as he sees you doing that, he carries on chopping this. "Ah, thought you were tougher than that. So what do you need?"
Larry wants to know, where is the Alchemist?
Alchemist. Oh, that crooked old bitch.
Is this guy fucking Adam Jensen? Jesus.
Yes, he's freaking Adam Jensen. Just go with it. I gotta have someone rugged in my world. God damn, I've been doing the same voice. I'm just trying to beat characters. Anyway, Adam Jensen looks at you with his fat frickin' beer bob and his giant cleaver, and he points you down the damn street. He says, "Yeah, that bitch. I don't like her too much, but whatever, she gets the job done. Go down the West Street and you'll find her. Just look for the sign. You know what it is." He carries on chopping his meat.
And watch out for the augmented humans along the way.
I swear to God, Graeme, if you bring that up. I'm trying to be immersive. I'm one step away from just like raising my voice a few pitches to do all the female voices. Like, no, not even. I got a thing. Where is it?
Pretty boy, how are you? No, what you need to do is in Monty that in woman voices.
Dear Lord, if Meredale did that voice, I think Terry would divorce her.
I think that's how you should talk
You'll
for
find
free.
that old bitch in her town.
Where is this? I think this. How does this
From
sound?
now on, that's going to be my voice for Breeze.
Does this sound a bit more feminine for you? Or is this the same? I don't know if it's actually working or not, I can't hear.
No,
Not
it does
working.
not change
Ah,
at all.
god damn. Okay, I thought.
Doesn't sound any better to you at all.
How does it sound,
No,
boy?
I can't hear no difference. Not gonna lie to you.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
Right, let's
Hello,
let's
what
just
is your
accept
name?
that Samuel
My
is going to
name
try something new.
is Hannah.
So.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I was trying to stop myself from saying it that entire time.
Give me some credit, guys, I'm trying. Okay.
Okay.
So, So, Larry, do you head down West Street? I'm guessing,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So along the way,
This is the one.
yeah, you go through quite a few areas, and you eventually come to one. I'm going to say it's that one that you're outside of, and you see the sign like waving in the wind slightly is this bubbling brew. It's the mortar and pestle, but it's got some like bubbles coming out of it. You can assume that this is the alchemist's house or alchemist's shop.
Larry recognizes the symbol, and I walk up and knock on the door, assuming it's closed.
Okay, so you knock on the door. It's this giant iron knocker on the front, and eventually, like you can hear a little old voice from inside, like "Hello, yes, you can come in."
Okay.
All right. Well, you try and open the door, but you realize it's locked, and you just hear this smash. Just, oh, sorry. And you can hear like clogs on wood, and eventually this like giant iron clunk, and like this, the door opens ever so slowly, and you like looking at eye level, and then you realize there's no one there. You look down, and you see this tiny old woman with this huge amount of grey hair, just like falling around her body. It doesn't reach the floor or anything; it just like reaches her waist. And she looks up at you with these giant spectacles. Like, yes, hello. What do you need?
I think to myself, geez, she is a bitch. Yes, hello. Larry has something to sell to you, and
what is it?
yeah,
Big boy.
could we take this inside to do business?
All right. I don't see why we have to, but sure, whatever.
Well,
And she kind of like leads you
let's
inside.
The gold.
And you,
see what else she has.
you can tell what was making that clogging sound. And she is wearing these quite elevated wooden platform shoes that she like clogs along on. And each step makes this like almost like hoof sound, like how a horse would like trot. It's a pretty similar sound. Yeah.
I just chuckle to myself.
She turns around and says, "Something funny."
No.
Thought so. And she walks around to the back, not to the back, but like around the counter. The whole shop is like filled with these giant racks of like these strange and intricate little items here. There's like a lot of spider's web waving everywhere. BRBT, okay. Yeah, there's all these spider's webs going around the place. You can see like in jars are like these pickled like lizards and this kind of like these very strange things. This is quite a dingy alchemist shop. And you can see she goes around the counter. As she's walking behind, you can barely see the top of her hair. And she climbs up this like little stool. She sits down on it. She puts her hand on the table and says, "Right, what do you need? What do you want to sell me?"
And as she asked, I'll pull out the... What the hell is that bone?
I don't know.
I'll pull out the heart and like it's also in a bit of cloth, and then I'll just put it on the table and wrap it and unwrap it.
And she looks at it and she says, Wait, don't tell me. And she kind of like pushes it around in her hand, like kind of pushing it from side to side, like trying to examine it. And I just want to see something real quick. If she will know what this is. Oh God!
Left bollock.
So she'll look at it for a while and says, "It's purplish with dark red. Give me a hint. Did you kill it recently?"
Yes.
Is this? Wait, no, it wouldn't be that. And she thinks a little bit longer. She says, "Oh, don't tell me it's a dragon's liver." It is, isn't it?
No. This is a wyvern's heart.
That's boring.
I ripped it myself.
Wyverns are all over the place. At least you're honest. You want to sell?
You should have checked about that. I was gonna say, ask the difference in price between that or like something, I don't know, maybe like a wyvern's heart, for example.
You see, now that's something logical. I don't think Larry would do this.
Fair enough.
So you say you want to sell this to me, right?
No, Larry will trade it. I'm
Trade
assuming
it?
it's worth a lot. What expensive potions would you trade this for?
It's worth a fair amount. Let me just check real quick. And I'm just going to have to get something real quick going, just to see what she has in stock.
Okay.
I've got way too many bookmarks. Racial slurs, text to binary, Dungeon Master tools. That's the one. Oh wait, no, there's one called loot. That's what I'm looking for. It's just loot in all caps.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah. Yoink.
He thinks as the murderer is sneaking up behind him.
Sure. There's a way that you could do this.
Oh, that name. Oh, God, that name.
Let me just see.
Blobs Blosh.
Blush, blush.
That's all I shall
Blush. You guys will figure out what they are soon. It's part of Byron's trivia. Oh, you'll probably see them around. Just falling off of cliffs. Alright. So,
Just reading the description again.
so, Mark, can you write this down? Because I'm probably not going to be able to keep track. So,
Stop it!
She says she's willing to trade it for either. You can choose one of these: a potion of levitation, dark vision, fly, gaseous form, or barkskin +4.
What was the last one?
Barkskin, Jesus.
Yeah.
Bark skin.
Yeah, barkskin.
It just says in my head.
Did you get all of those?
Yeah, the levitation, dark vision, fly, gaseous form, and bark skin.
Yeah. So she says you can take one of those if you want, and in exchange for the Wyvern Heart.
I'm assuming bark skin +4 is like AC.
I'm really not too sure. I'm just kind of reading through a list here. Let me check. Barkskin toughens a creature's skin. The effect grants a +2 enhancement bonus to the creature's existing natural armor bonus. This enhancement bonus increases by 1 for every 3 cast levels. Boring stuff. The enhancement provided by Barkskin stacks with the target's natural armor bonus, which does not with other enchantment bonuses to natural armor. What? Oh, but not with other enchantment bonuses. A creature without natural armor has an effective natural armor of +0.
Okay.
So it'll just give you some extra armor essentially for 10 minutes per level. This is +4, so 40 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll swap it for that.
So the barkskin +4.
Yeah.
Alright, you can add that to your inventory. And she says, fantastic, let me just get it for you. And she hops down for a stool again. She runs like back. She's, where did I put it? And, oh god! And you can hear like a glass bottle like clanging against the floor. It's like, oh god, don't drop that one. Jeez. You can hear her put it back. And then eventually she comes back and she brings you this like quite a huge flask and she plonks it on the table. Like, this one should be good for you. It's this brown swirling liquid. You can see there's a few little leaves in it here and there, but it's extremely dark and it almost looks like mud kind of mixture. It's got this huge cork in the top.
Why, thank you. Would you have another one, perhaps? I will pay for this one.
Another one? Huh. Okay, but it's quite pricey, I'll tell you. And then she thinks for a second, now what is it? She pages through her, like giant book of all these like indexes and stuff, and she tells you that it is. Did I
Giant
close the
book
damn
of
thing?
ripples.
Good lord, I had it. It's like a crazy amount though. Barkskin +4. Is there a way to barter?
You should could have just bucketed some of that off the shores of the river or something.
Okay, I'm actually going to give you this to you for a discount because I think people normally award more cash in their campaigns because normally this is 900 GP. So it's normally 900 gold.
Jeez.
So yeah, she's gonna think for a second. Like,
Fuck me.
Right, well, it's quite a pricey potion. So
sharing that gold.
so how does 450 gold sound for this one? This is the second one, mind you.
450 gold. No. I'll just take a small health potion. Thank you.
A small health potion. Okay. Right, you wouldn't need any more toughness, would you, Hobbit boy?
I was actually trying to buy it for my party member.
Oh yes. They need protecting more than you, I'm sure. Cure. Where is cure? Cure light wounds. Is that what you want, right?
Yeah.
That'll be 25 GP.
25. Okay, I'll take 2 of those.
25 gold. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
It is actually 50, but I'm being nice. Yeah,
Because the Alchemist.
I think I need to start giving you guys more gold so I can just go with these normal prices because this is crazy.
Yes, we get a little bit of commission from the king.
Yeah, if O's don't take
Or
all the gold for
existence.
themselves all the time.
The king? You haven't met the king yet.
No, but if
There's
we
a king?
exist, then obviously.
You've been to the King Unst bar. There's a king.
His name is Ernst. He's a king.
Hmm.
I'm sure that's quite clear.
That could have been a historical king.
Could have been, but people would have been talking about the king.
Or maybe nobody gives a shit about the king. Oh well.
Maybe no one
Maybe
cares.
Who's he then? Oh, he's obviously some sort of king. What? How do you reckon that? He ain't got shit all over him.
You're the king.
I didn't vote for you.
You don't vote for your king.
Oh, well, how's it
Well,
work
what
then?
we need, this
Well-
is more like an anarchy, you see.
Well, the Lady of the Lake handed me the sword, Excalibur, and it showed me that I was to be the true king of Britain.
So some
Uh,
hussy steps up out of the lake and hands you some sword. All of a sudden you're the king.
Swords getting tossed around by some watery taunt ain't no basis for a system of governance.
Okay, so yeah, I'm assuming she gives me the potions and then
Yeah.
hand her the gold and I will walk outside.
Mike's like, back with the plot.
Cool. Did
Meanwhile-
you ever ask who she was or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Alright then. I'll just keep note
That's
of
your
her.
mother.
Be gone with you,
That'd
son.
be Meridell's mother.
There it is.
Yo. Meet the
That's a bad
family.
news for Terry.
Yo.
Terry.
You married a wench. Not a wench, what is it? Crone.
That's what she's gonna look like when she gets into old age.
Right,
Who's
so,
gonna look
His
like
mother
that?
is a bitch.
She's wet
Wait,
pencil
who's gonna look
shoes.
like that?
Weirdo.
so Larry,
Meridell.
you get back into the center of town and you see everyone else kind of sitting there. What has everyone else been doing? Silas,
have
are you in the center or are you just
Well,
chilling on the
I was
bridge?
busy blathering to a peasant in Welsh.
Actually, where's Breeze?
I'm just sitting outside of town.
And a crop.
Is there a
some
guard
crops.
by the bridge or?
Yeah, I was just
There would
kinda
be a guard,
wandering
yes. I can't find you. What's blind?
around. Yeah, da da da.
Oh yeah, they are mercenaries.
Oh, there you are, yeah. Sorry, you camouflaged. Yeah?
Knowledge.
I know, right? I'm hidden
So
exactly like I
I'll
want to
ask
be.
a guard, like,
Oh, that's amazing.
Hey,
Is
it's Graham's
there-
turn.
is there anywhere around here that deals with magic or the like?
Magic. Oh, yes, we've. Oh, well, the guard looks at you. He kind of pulls up his visor. It's got it's one of those ones that kind of like, it's a pointed top and it's got a visor on top. Pulls it up. He says, "Oh yes, we've got a few of the buggers that dabble in that around here. I don't know. I couldn't point you in any one in particular. Just go around knocking on doors like, hey, do you deal in magic? I don't know. Check it out."
Okay. I thank him for being utterly useless. On those words, obviously.
Hmm.
And
Not a
then-
problem. Pulls
and
down
then
his visor and just continues.
Tactical visor activated.
Tactical.
And then-
Chow!
And then attempt to find my way into either a beautiful woman's pants or a magic shop.
Right.
Or a library.
So you find a beautiful magic panty shop.
And this is where the adventure ends for Silas. 'Cause he doesn't believe.
I'm never leaving, guys. I found my home.
No, but seriously.
I don't give a crap what the fairies wanted from me. Take a dive.
No, but seriously, what do I find? Looking for a library, a beautiful woman, or something to do with magic.
Right, tell me where you go. Which roads do you head down to look for these things?
Okay,
Probably
capture
is-
Fox by its.
Big old building somewhere, or maybe somewhere over
Go
there.
that
actually.
way. Go down this way.
That looks promising.
Okay. So what did you say you're looking for? A beautiful woman, a library, or?
Anything that looks highly magical.
Right. Okay. So you're walking down the streets, and eventually, after not seeing any like signs for a library or any dashingly beautiful women, just the ye olde commoners and their yuck that goes along with them. You carry on traveling down the road, and eventually you see this well-dressed fellow. He's got this bright turquoise robe on. It's got some black and golden stripes going down it, and he's got this strange like hat that almost goes out to the sides and then like droops down for a bit, but like it's like cloth on the side. It's a very strange hat, and he's walking around with this quite large and gnarled staff.
He looks like a pansy and has a big hat. He's a wizard.
Right, so do you talk to him?
Well, yeah, I'll go up and engage him in conversation.
Cool.
And basically, I'll ask if he, like, knows how to use magic, and if so, is he part of any guilds, or
Okay.
does he know?
So how do you approach it?
Just like wave at him, say hello, and then walk over. So like catch the attention, then just walk.
Okay, so as he's walking down the street, he's like, he's not really paying much attention. He has one scroll on.
Wait. Do I recognize him?
No,
Okay.
you wouldn't know him.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry. So he's walking down the street. You can see he's like got a scroll out in front of him. He's like kind of walking along, and then you manage to like wave him down and catch his eye. And he's like, "Oh, hello there. I don't know if we've met. Who are you?" And he rolls up his scroll and then puts it into his cloak. "How can I help you? I'm Jaime."
Jaime.
Yes, you can call me Jimmy if you want. But
Vagina.
no, Jaime.
Okay.
Yeah, some people call me
Well-
Jimmy, but I don't really like that.
Oh, he looks like someone who's part of a magic academy, so I'm going to bullshit him and say my name's Kylan.
Carlin? Where have I heard that from? Is that from your previous academy?
Is that from?
Your previous academy?
Yes.
Who was he again? The headmaster? Or...
No, the headmaster is Hector Ramus.
What? Like a... one lower down, essentially.
No, the headmaster is Hector, and
Hector.
then the
who's-
daughter is Kylie. So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
So you claiming... Are you claiming to be the daughter, or someone like superior in the...
No, I'm just
okay.
claiming that my name's Kylan. That's not any
Oh, okay,
particular name. It's like an alias.
Alright, can you roll me a bluff?
Can I roll you a bluff?
Can you roll me a bluff? That's the question.
Can I roll you a bluff? Ha!
Oh god, okay, you're probably gonna
Okay.
get this.
Oh, nice.
So, he looks at you, and you can see he's still like a bit distracted with his scroll. He's like, Kylen? What did you say?
Yes.
Kylen.
Kylan.
Kylen. Okay, yes, hello. I'm Jaime. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm still a bit of a novice sorcerer, so I was just wondering if there's any gathering place for mages or centers of learning in the immediate area.
Gathering. Oh yes, we have a few. We have some training grounds around. We like to shoot off bolts of lightning into the sky on the mountains sometimes, and we have a few schools around here. They specialize in different things, but I mean, yes, you can look at any of them if you want. Have you been to Buchach before? Would you like a tour?
Oh, that'd be very nice, thank you.
All right. Sadly, I don't have time for that, so here's my illusion. And he smashes his staff on the floor, and appearing next to him, this ghostly figure, exactly the same as him, looks at him, bows, and he says, "This is, well, me. He can show you around if you want. I don't think he can talk, but he can lead you places. Is that okay? I'm quite busy, but I mean, you know."
Yeah, that's fine.
Right.
I'll follow the illusion.
Right, so he smacks the illusion on the back. His hand like faces through it, but like as soon as it does, the illusion starts walking forward. And he says, "You
I
better
really
keep up
need
with him."
to see your character sheet one day, Graeme.
Why?
17.
17.
He,
Do you, want
yeah.
do you want the values for my skills?
No, just carry
Not
on.
now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll do that later. So he smacks the illusion on the back, and as his hand passes through, the illusion starts walking. And he says, "You better keep up with him. He doesn't like to stop for people. I can't get that many commands done. But yes, go ahead. I have some studying to do. I'm off to the library. Maybe I can see you there later."
Very much. No.
All right
The
then.
illusion.
And then, as you start walking away, he like pulls out his scroll again and says, "Where was I? Right. And he carries on walking with his staff. Cool. So, are you going to follow the illusion around?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow the illusion around.
Right.
So, basically, what schools of magic are there?
Yeah. So, going around the town, you can see that pretty much the place that you walked out of, which is where Jimmy just emerged from, over here. The illusion kind of like motions towards the building, and you can decipher the runes on the top that shows that this is the building working on illusion, and like those kind of conjurations, so to speak, not necessarily like not summoning spirits or anything, just like trickery and that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to mark that real quick. Illusion does that. Yoink. Okay, marking it in right there. Okay, so that's the illusion area, or the illusion school.
Sweet.
God, I have bunged it up. There we go, illusion school. And he takes you down the street, down this way, through the center of town. Where was it? Yeah, through the center of town, down here, and then down this road, down to over here. Where
Can I roll a strength thing to stop him?
What, to stop
Thank you,
Sylis? Okay.
Yeah, I won't do that.
Takes you to this this kind of area, and that's it. He takes you there, and this is for. I'm kind of just basing this off of Skyrim. I want to say alteration, but I think that kind of falls under illusion. Which one?
Alteration.
Yeah.
Is
Alteration is like alchemy almost, and like that kind of stuff, right?
yeah, it's affecting the physical world.
Yeah. Okay. So this would be for alteration. Like all the misc schools.
Yeah. In Skyrim, they deal with like
Oh.
fear and.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
You know, like-
That's right.
Ryan.
It's altering a physical state.
Yeah. Then he's going to take you up this way, down the street over here. And this one you can see is a bit more of a grim styled house. It's much more gothic, like the walls are clean, like black marble and that kind of stuff. And then
The necromancy school.
No. This isn't necromancy. This is destruction. So he kind of at each place he kind of like either he'll show you the runes or he'll like do a little demonstration. So this one he like creates a little fireball in his hands that like poofs up quite quickly. But you can also read the runes on the gateway. That'll show that's just the destruction. Sorry.
Sweet. So this is Edgelord Academy. Got it.
Pretty much. Then the last one that he takes you to, he starts walking out of town this way, and he takes you all the way down over here. If you're going to follow him, at least, are you going to go that way?
Yeah.
All right. So he takes you all the way down to here, where you can see there's this little cave entrance that's not really marked or anything. It's just out of the way. It's pretty hidden. Got some bushes in the way and that kind of stuff. And he motions towards it. And then in his hand, you can see he creates this little effect of like a skull kind of appearing. There's no markings or any runes like that. And then just like that, he puts it away, and then he bows, and he disappears. So you can use your discretion to figure out what that is.
Necromancy school. Awesome. This
I'm
is
just
the one I want.
gonna put a little marking there to show where the entrance is. Cool. So, what do you say?
I will walk into the necromancy school.
You're gonna walk into the necromancy school. Right.
Yep.
So you enter the cave, and you find that it's the dead end.
It's obviously guarded by some sort of illusion. So I will touch the wall of the dead end.
You touch the wall, and it seems very stone. very real.
I will cast Sense Magic.
Alright. Does that require any roll?
Fist.
Does that require any roll? Or
Nope, just time.
okay, how long are you going to spend on this? And how does this work? Do you have to look for a certain type of magic, or how?
I will read the description out.
Cool. This is going to depend on what you found.
Yeah. Well, meta knowledge. I know that there's magic here.
Can I just say, once we've finished everyone's kind of like encounters in Bukhar, can we call it a night? That's cool.
Please.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Graeme, sense magic, and then you're done.
Yeah, a word spell with this effect detects magic auras. By concentrating each aura on the caster can determine the number and location of each aura in the target area. You can make a knowledge arcana skill check to determine the school of each aura, 1 check per aura. The DC of this check is 15 plus the spell level. If the aura radiates from a magic item, it can identify the item's properties as if using detect magic. The aura emanates yada yada yada. So it's basically an amount of.
Okay, so you gotta do a detect knowledge arcana to find out what school it is, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the odds of us being able to go to sleep?
I was just saying we can go through everyone's stuff and then be done.
Okay.
So
do you want me to do
yeah, just roll knowledge arcana so we can get through this fairly quickly. Alright. So unfortunately, you start to think to yourself, maybe the illusion made some kind of mistake. Maybe there was like a school built here for necromancy and it's since been broken apart, but you can't sense any magic residing in the cave.
Alright, sweet. I'll have to ask the wizard then, so.
Cool. Alright, let's go through this quickly. Who's next? So we've done Larry. Sullok, can I just check what you're doing in town?
Well, I was busy trying to talk to a peasant.
Alright.
Welsh, and it didn't work out right.
Oh. So anyone that you went up to and started speaking Welsh, unless they were very educated, if it was just a peasant, then they would have been like, sorry, can I help you?
Hello, Gwernur, zit mijn wind. Turnach,
Have you had a pint, sir?
No, not yet, but I am looking for one. You know where to find one.
I don't have any money. Sorry, I can't. I don't have any cash on me.
What?
And
I didn't ask for money.
He tries to like kind of walk away from this and says, no, sorry, I don't have any money. Sorry. He looks away.
I asked for money, half-wit. I asked for a pint.
Hey, no. I'm not here to fuel your drunkenness. Please, I have a job. I have a job. Leave me. Go. I try to be polite. And he tries to walk away a bit faster.
Not drunk, you twit. Silly humans, honestly. Anybody know in this town where the tavern is?
And like, do you shout that in the marketplace essentially?
I shout that. Shout it.
And everyone kind of like, not everyone, but like a lot of people like kind of stop. And you can see the butcher kind of looks over and says, hey, dwarf, get over here.
What?
Come on.
Oh, this is all sin. Yeah, what?
Hey, you're looking for a drink, are you?
Yes.
Okay. How well can you handle your stuff? I'm American
What?
now. How much can you drink before you go blackout drunk?
Depends on my rolls, sir.
Oh god.
From previous experiences, not much.
Okay. Well, what do you actually respond to that, or do you say it depends on my rolls?
It depends on my rolls, sir.
I don't know what kind of expression that is, but I mean, let's just say you're mediocre. All right, well, you're gonna want
mediocre.
What's the name of the place? I don't even go there anymore. It's weak for me.
Oh, is it? Oh,
That's just down this way. And he kind of points down the path that way. Go on ahead.
You just gotta answer me one thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky?
Feel lucky, punk.
What?
Do you? How your rolls looking today? So he points down in that direction. And he clears his throat because it's hurting like hell.
Is something in your throat?
Yeah.
You
Cut him,
you
boys.
should have some whiskey for that one. Burns the shite out of it.
I'll just take some straight tequila later. If I can add some.
Tequila? What the hell is tequila, sir?
You'll find out when you're a big boy, I'll tell you.
Jesus.
Big boy, sir.
Right now,
Okay.
I have a job.
Listen
Mr.
here,
Ray.
you inflated scallywag.
Hey,
Rapey
I know
McRape
what I
rape.
drink, and I know what I do, and I'm not a little boy.
hey! And he
See
like
this
smashes
beer?
his
See this
cleaver on the
purple
table.
What?
Smashes his cleaver on the table, like shouting and like, "Hey, don't talk to me like that."
I'll talk to you like that.
What
Asshole.
is the save against intimidation?
Oh no.
Will save.
Will
Yeah,
save.
will save.
Falling
Byron,
in
roll me a will save.
Oh.
Oh, the
Oh.
will of fall.
And I'm gonna say after this intimidation or whatever, then your turn is done.
Poo.
Oh! So, as you start bad mouthing him, he smashes his cleaver in his chest. Hey! Don't talk to me like that, kid.
Takes a character
He
from
just-
Metal Gear, takes the most boring one.
Shut your mouth, whore. And he looks at you, and unblinkingly, like, he just stares at you, and eventually you can't help but, like, blink and turn away, like, oh, God. And you feel a little bit like, okay, maybe I shouldn't mess with this guy. Right. So, are you gonna back off, or are you gonna shoot
No,
him in the
I'm
face?
just gonna stand there.
You're gonna stand there.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Now what?
Yeah.
You wanna buy some meat?
No, piss off.
Okay, Rapey McRape rape.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm sorry. Now all I can
You
think of
disgusting
is
troll.
Larry.
Free sweets and meat.
sorry guys, but now all I can think of is like Larry walking into the potions store, right? The door opens by itself. He walks in, and there's the old lady sitting on the roof, like upside down, wearing a gas mask.
Oh my god.
I am Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis.
What? Hey?
Oh my god.
Mantis.
Psycho
I have
Mantis.
Metal Gear.
no idea. Oh, it's Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Watch Donkey's Metal Gear video, it's all you need to know. Psycho
It's
Mantis.
basically a boss that to beat, he will wipe your save file and then take control of the controller. So you have to unplug it and plug it into a different slot to beat him.
Right, so look, I'm guessing
Is
that's
that a
you.
legit thing, or is that a joke?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a legit thing.
What the fuck?
It's crazy, dude. Right, so look, I'm gonna say that's you done for the session. Breeze, can I check what you're doing this time? Are you just frolicking?
I am running as fast as I possibly can and as quietly as I possibly can.
Oh.
Can
Past
you
everything.
roll me an
Yeah.
acrobatics and a stealth?
Woo!
Oh.
Oh yeah, hey,
Clamber
I
and
still
some-
have a
into some
Yandere
armor.
stalker after me. And I don't know about it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry. How do you have
Just
a
make your roll,
Yandere
Steve.
stalker? What?
You.
Me?
You have to make sure that nothing hurts me, remember?
I don't remember that, no, actually. Well, nothing.
Ouch.
The fairy.
I realize now.
Okay. Yeah, acrobatics and stealth if you wanna dash around stealthy
Kide.
style.
I am really getting tired of rolling stealth checks, not gonna lie.
Oh, you're constantly trying to be stealthy.
Jesus. I just...
You still got a
I would
21.
like-
There you go.
I would like to
So which one
point
was
out
which?
The first one was stealth, the second one was acrobatics.
Okay. So you do manage, like anything that you do.
I would like to point out I haven't rolled a single thing over 10 this round.
It's fine. Don't worry. You do manage to stay out of sight of pretty much like everyone that tries to look your way, but you are a bit clumsy on your feet at times. Like when you try, I'm guessing, since you're trying to take the roundabout way, you're gonna like try and climb on the side of the bridge or like maybe swim across the river or that kind of stuff. Try and stay out of sight. But when you do, like you might slip or something, you'll always catch your footy. You're never gonna like bail fully, but you do kind of like trip a bit here and there. when you say you're trying to like dash along, do you mean like on rooftops or what?
No, not really. Just kind of like
Okay, so just
on
like
the side of the
out
road
of sight,
and
yeah.
through people, or
Oh, okay.
avoid human contact as much as possible.
Okay, well, people wouldn't have tried to approach you. If anyone did notice you, which would have been maybe like 1 or 2 people on the entire way there, then you would have been gone so fast they wouldn't have time to like say hello or anything like that. So yeah, you managed to get there.
Okay. On the way past these guys, I'm literally just gonna say I'm gonna wait by the west exit. I'm out of here. Can't handle towns.
All right.
Fuck this shit.
I would like to point out that Lily was even more min-maxed for stealth, and she was even worse at it.
No. I've literally passed 2 stealth checks so far. This was the second one. And it wasn't even fully either. I got an 8.
Anyway, so is that what
is it
you?
with your campaign and hating stealthy people, Sam?
What do you mean hating stealthy people? I give like plenty of
Yeah,
stealth.
it's fun.
Yeah, like.
I said stealthy people, not people trying
I
to
am
be
stealthy. I literally took a feat that's called stealthy.
The ninja ogre.
But like,
So
what
shush.
do you want me to change? Like.
Nothing. It's,
If-
it's not your fault. I'm just saying your campaign hates us.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying some way that I was running it. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I'll tell,
it's
I'll
completely
tell
your
you
fault.
whose campaign hates us.
No, I mean like.
It's Graham's Warhammer campaign. Trying to do an investigation, and we get shot all the time.
I did decent
The
rolls
moment
sometimes.
I do, it's useless anyway.
It's fine. It's fine. Fine.
Anyway,
It's fine.
so next up we have. Let's do
Don't worry
Terry
about
real
it.
quick.
Finding the closest inn.
In. Alright, who are you going to talk to find that?
Okay, so what are my options currently? Describe to me what is around me.
Okay, so around you, you're in the marketplace at the moment. So the marketplace, or the town square, really. There's a
Yeah.
large wooden platform in the middle, which you can see, like, people normally either make announcements there, like read out, like that's where people will be hailing the news,
Okay, you've
kind of
got
stuff.
my attention.
Ar-
Okay, I climb up on top of the.
Well, I haven't finished describing, you
wooden platform.
bastard.
No,
Around the
I
other.
climb up on the wooden platform.
Okay,
Climb
you're
up on the
tired.
wooden platform.
Reckon.
Yes,
Okay,
you climb
I
up on the wooden
up on the
platform.
Okay, I yell out. I'm looking for the inn.
Okay. This
And
one
then I
lady.
yell power shortly afterwards.
This one lady, like, who's selling bread at a stall, out of a wagon. She kind of looks at you and she says, "Oh, that way, sweetie." She points you down. Which one's the best one? She points you down this way, towards this house over here.
Okay. With sudden and very, very short notice, I just jump on a jet ski and onto a
Right.
carriage there. Okay, so I walk across there to the door of the inn.
Cool.
As they open the inn door, I
Okay.
go in.
All right. You are now in.
Yes, I'm now in the inn.
Cool.
That's funny.
I haven't
Oh,
got
it's
anyone.
funny because it's a pun.
Oh. I haven't got anyone prepared to like be the innkeeper, so I'll get to that next session if that's okay.
That's fine. I
Cool.
will stand guard and wait for the inn to be
Egonox,
ready.
what do you want to do?
I was looking for the blacksmith.
Blacksmith. Cool. I'm guessing you also just shout at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, I just call to anybody.
Cool.
Does anyone know where the blacksmith is?
And then,
The
No,
frog
but I
does.
do know where there's a whitesmith.
Haha.
anyway, so eventually someone says like,
Whitesmiths are actual things, so
What?
yeah. They more specifically work with lead and tin.
Oh shit.
And originally it was the name for a jeweler.
trying to be a smartass,
Yeah.
but actually was a smart. Huh.
Huh, how about that?
Right.
No, but the reason behind that is when you work with those, they go they get lighter, but when you work with other metals, they go darker while working with them. So hence blacksmith versus whitesmith. I think. Might be slightly off on that, but that's what I understand.
Screw it, we'll just take it as law.
Sweet.
I can make it law. Right,
So you
so
find a whitesmith, handle it.
so Egonox, you eventually talk to someone. They say, "Oh yes, I don't know why You guys are probably all a party, aren't you? Huh, all new in town. Anyway, yes, down this road. And she kind of pointed down this way. And
Thank you, madam.
when you do get to this point, you'll find that there is a signpost in the middle of the road with an anvil pointing down this way. And then from there, you can't really see anything, but if you ask anyone, they'll point you down towards this cabin over here.
Hello, anybody? I'm looking for the blacksmith. I was told it's down this way.
Someone will stop you as they're like carrying some wheat over their shoulder. Like, yeah, down there. They point you over yonder, and you can go the yar. The yar. Cool. And you see a blacksmith there. I will get to that next session, if you're cool with that.
Cool.
Who else is left? I think.
No one.
Are we okay with everything?
Cheese.
Fantastic. I wish I could hear that again. Oh, Steve. Right. So, that is this session done. We are just about to clock in at 3 hours. So, yeah.
Saved my life.
Well, thanks. I'm glad I could help that.
I know, right?
So, that is D&D for
It's
this.
not your fault either.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I can do. So anyway, that's D&D. This is the outro. Bye, everyone. Say goodbye.
Bye.